make it repeatedly. What do you mean repeatedly? Yeah, so I'll optimize it afterwards. Like, you just gave me a good idea, okay, just like don't use fucking DaVinci Resolve unless you want the waveform.
Yeah.
So it's fine, yeah, it's just more, yeah, like at one point I might just have the video ready in 5 minutes. Whatever.
You might just make it on your phone.
Yeah. No.
What do you mean?
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so let me tell you what this is first. It's what I did with Abhik also, and then I won't acknowledge it again.
What?
Like the fact
Is
that
this
it's
gonna be part
recording.
of the recording?
Yeah.
You cut this part out?
No.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna tell you what it is, and then I won't I will rarely acknowledge the recording.
Okay.
Let me just talk. So first of all, welcome to Document Static. I don't like how the way that sounds. Maybe I'll change it later, but not the name, but just like welcome to Document Static. So it's just a collection of people talking.
Yeah.
I'm just documenting static moments. Well, the moments are not static, but once they've been recording, they are. Like after recording, it's a static moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no rules. It's fine, leave it. I want the streets to be there. There's no rules. It's just okay. So I'm not gonna tell you to, like, there's no censor. Like, it's not like, oh, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. You can talk about whoever you want. You can take names, not if you want.
I mean,
but
I might still not, cause
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I just want you to, like, I'm not gonna interfere with your conscience where it's like, oh, should I talk about this person?
Yeah,
or
like
not?
you decide.
You decide. And like, I just want to remind you that it is being recorded and that it will be going out onto the internet for anyone to listen to. Like, I just want you to know that.
Yeah, I
And
know
based
that,
on that, you
yeah.
can. It's up to you.
I'll decide.
Yeah. And yeah, like, if anyone is listening and you, like, we bring you up or whatever for whatever reason, and the only reason I'm even saying this is because I do notice in a lot of our discussions that we do talk about other people.
Yeah, and it's interesting too.
And a lot of people do, and that's fine. But it's just like, now that it's recorded, like, if you don't like it, just like tell me. I won't take it down, but like I guess I'll cut the part out or whatever. What else? Yeah, I was gonna prepare for this one. I was also gonna prepare for Abhik's one, but I didn't have time. And for this, I didn't realize until we came back that, oh shit, I wanted to be prepared. But
What was good preparation?
Preparation was just like making a list of topics I wanted to bring up.
Clearly unprepared, because we were talking about something else right now. You just like started recording out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, bro, we've been talking the whole day. It's kind of,
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired now. I don't want to talk about shit. But
Wow,
but
you
there
wanna
are
talk to me?
there are
Go.
still there are still things we haven't talked.
We don't
about.
need a topic to talk about.
I know, but like,
And what we talked about today was very interesting too.
yeah, it was.
But
But
it was
I don't want to talk about it again because then it's exhausting. Like, then we're just doing it for the sake of the recording.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a list, so at least I have a framework. But okay.
It's kind of crazy how it becomes difficult when you try to force a conversation.
Yeah.
But when it's just going,
Yeah.
like it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like it's like that, you know, when Alan Watts quote is like, when you're in the moment, you have to be just in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be aware of it. You just
Yeah.
have to be in the moment.
Yeah.
And there's no way you can control that. But the moment you're aware of it,
You're not
is when
there.
it breaks. Yeah.
And that's why I started recording out of nowhere, because I don't want to be like, okay, let's record.
Yeah, let's
Boom.
record. Yeah, so what was the first time you did this?
Yeah, even for Abhik, it just starts out of nowhere, but you haven't heard that, so it's fine.
Yeah.
What did you think of Genius, the first episode?
Oh man, I had so much to talk about with that.
Yeah.
Man, he's such a hustler. Like,
Yeah.
he's so hardworking. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously, I knew that
Hmm.
that he was very hardworking and he had a lot. Like, but you kind of see a side of him as like, he got rejected by a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
And just more than I thought he did.
Yeah.
Cause this was rejection before he was anything at all. Cause
Yeah.
rejection afterwards is like, you know, people still love Kanye.
Yeah.
But this is like, when he gets rejected, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This means something. Where he
Yeah.
gets rejected by like if it's someone popular, just says, "Oh, Kanye isn't good." Like
Yeah.
that's his entire name down the drain.
Yeah,
So when
yeah.
like that guy Doug Infinite
Yeah.
makes a diss on him, I'm like, shit. That has to be very heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
imagine. Like I can like imagine if Manji sir is like Parth Joshi does not know how to design or some shit. Because like he is my I believe that he's like kind of my mentor for this
Yeah.
point in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I felt like he handled that. I don't know, like it was crazy the way he handled that. Is like it. He showed disappointment, but he didn't like go crazy about it.
He just put it up on him. And but they both handled it pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
they just like
There was no
even,
like fight or cursing.
even though they were recording, they were still chill. And even though Cody was recording, he was like, just come yahan par thoda. He just took him back behind the car and
yeah.
talked. Yeah, and like seeing that made me understand the Kanye we see now. Like when I first got to know Kanye and I saw the videos, like I'm saying like the life of Pablo, like that era. Since then, that's the Kanye we know. But the like everything that he was then, I understand that part better now that I've seen the lesser part
Yeah.
of him. Where it's like he's not insecure. I mean, he was insecure, but it's like he was little.
Yeah.
Like now he's big.
Yeah,
but
he
now
had
was-
the same amount of confidence back
Yeah.
then that he has now.
He was such a go-getter, and he played music like.
Bro, like the part where he just ladies on call and he's just like,
yeah. he stormed the
I'm
office.
so self-conscious.
He stormed the office of Rockefeller.
Yeah, and like bro, that's what I love because
Yeah.
he would still do that
Yeah.
at this point.
And bro, that's why I love physical media so much. He just had CDs in his pocket.
Yeah, and he
no
would
one
just-
could leak that shit. He'd just pull out the music player and oh, let me just put this shit in.
Yeah, like the ladies on call, he's like, just like he just starts close the door, he's like all falls down, just starts
Yeah.
singing, and it's like the concept of caller seems so insecure,
Yeah.
so sick, whatever.
Yeah. But
And it didn't work, but still, like it gave. I mean, just like the amount of attention that grabs is crazy.
yeah.
And then like you compare that to the way he was later, is like it all makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You don't just get that like, oh, I'm a god. Like you don't just get that out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like it has, like I've always like I know he's calling himself a god for a reason, but like I get that now.
Yeah.
Like, I get why he says that.
I mean, see, I think is that you know how we said like when you're little you listen to the music, when you grow older you understand the lyrics. That's the way it is. Like when I was small, I was like, huh, look at this black man say he's a god. Like
Yeah.
he's so funny.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't even like. I think I was just attracted to how confident he was in himself.
Yeah, same.
Like I never thought he was like crazy or stupid. I just was like, damn, he thinks he's so good.
Yeah.
Like you never see that in media usually.
Yeah.
And like you aren't supposed to see that or some shit, but
Yeah.
just the way he is, like
Yeah.
he's arrogant, but I didn't feel like that came from like a wrong place.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older, I can like understand where he's actually coming from.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
maybe starting to like get a glimpse of it.
Yeah. And like you can clearly see that people fucked with them, and like whenever Cody would bring the camera around to whoever he's around, they'd be like, oh, this is Kanye, I love him, he does his shit, like producer, rapper, makes good beats, gives them to Jay-Z, everyone wants his beats, whatever. But you just know that they're doing that for the camera. Even,
Yeah.
even if they're not lying, you can just tell, oh, they think he's cool, but
they
he's not.
don't they don't get his potential.
He's not cool enough where he can actually be a rapper. Like you can see that in people's eyes.
So
And-
unlike that one guy, I don't know, like Scarface or some shit, like when he actually comes to the studio and listens to the song, it's like, yeah, that guy was
Yeah.
serious about the music. Or
Yeah.
he actually said, oh yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Like everyone else was just like, say something into the camera and get free beats.
Scarface was a huge rapper at that time, and for him to just listen to that and be like, that's sick. That was
Yeah, that's
crazy.
incredible,
And
yeah.
what in the like you watched the first episode only. Was this the episode where he also went to Pharrell's studio?
No, I saw that video though.
But
You
he
made me
went
see that
to
video.
he went to Pharrell's studio and
He listens to it and he just goes out.
Ludacris was recording there, and so that's in the second episode. You should watch. I mean, you'd want
Yeah,
to
I
watch that
will.
anyways. But yeah, that was really cool. He just like
I mean, I like the way it's edited too. Like, yeah, it's very Netflix documentary type, but it's not that
yeah, but
cliche.
Netflix
Like,
didn't make it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, it's
it's a bit in that way, but also that's just I just like the way it is. Like, it's a lot more recorded footage than infographics and like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the usual documentary is like just sometimes is that and it's come with people talking.
Yeah, yeah.
But the way Cody did was he started recording the moment like this is
Yeah.
actual footage
Yeah.
and it is meant for the documentary.
Yeah, bro, like
Because what a lot of people do is like I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
But they'll just get the same. So I watched this documentary kind of thing
Hmm.
on man I forgot. Fuck. It was on something, right?
Hmm.
And it was a very interesting topic.
Hmm.
But they kept using the same footage again and again and again,
Hmm.
which gets annoying because you don't have any more footage.
Yeah.
So all they can do is do a voiceover and show the same photos like
Yeah.
like like with different motion graphics and it
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
annoying.
yeah.
But this one was very interesting because it was a voiceover, but at the
Yeah.
same time you could see the entire story progress through the documentary, which was actually meant to be a documentary from the start.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like a voiceover. You know what it felt like? So, first of all, it's just like that episode at least, and even the following ones, it's like 90% footage, just compiled chronologically, and
Yeah.
10% him like
Saying
feeding in.
stuff.
And it felt like the imagery I just came up with was like, imagine he sits you down, you're at his house, and he's like, yo, I made this shit. And he sits you down in front of his old ass
VHS.
VHS TV, and he starts playing all of the footage.
And he just saying
And-
shit in the
no,
middle.
No, and he's just like whenever the voiceover is there, I just imagine him coming to Aaron whispering like, "This is what happened." Kanye was always the best. I knew I wanted to record him the moment I saw him.
Bro, the way you're doing the voice. Yeah. It's like the way people interact when they're like making you watch a movie.
Yeah.
And they're like, did you know that on this scene the director did this?
Yeah.
Like the latest Scott, so they made an anime for Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
And this is like little Easter egg. So it's
Yeah.
like, did you know that they used the name Edgar wrong in anime for the fake movie or whatever?
Hmm.
And that's like, it's like a movie with director commentary on,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And bro, I cried in that first episode because so it was when he was in Chicago. He came back to Chicago
Yeah.
to try to get a deal, and he got rejected that night by the different company, and he also went to the founder of why is it flashing outside?
Rocker?
He went to the home of Rockefeller Studios founder and like co-founder whatever.
Oh wait, it was like Dash and Dame? Some
Yeah,
shit?
Dash and Dame, my bad. And he like played beats, and like you remember the footage where it was this little girl dancing in front of the whole family? Okay, maybe you don't. Maybe that was from the second episode. But like they went to Chicago and he got rejected.
Yeah.
And he's like, damn, we came all the way. Like Cody was like, oh, we came all the way for nothing.
Yeah, but then they meet his mom.
Yeah, and then he went to go to his place. And I thought like the scene where they were like walking with their bags in the streets, that's where it was like, that's where that's where I kind of got really sad because like damn,
He came all the way to just get
just
rejected.
the whole vibe of it was just like damn, carrying bags in the streets with this old ass car, and they're going somewhere. They're probably going back home, like from the station or something.
Yeah, because like I remember watching that and being like, oh yeah, he came all the way
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
just for him to get rejected and getting dissed on.
Yeah, yeah, and it was the same that he
Like
got dissed on, yeah.
sometimes home isn't home.
Yeah, and home is where you learn to love, is what he said.
But also, it can also be where you learn to hate.
Yeah, and then he just went up to his mom in the apartment, and the first thing she's like, Kanye, don't you have the key to the house? And she's like, sorry, I forget. And that's where just that line, I just went into this different state where it just felt like home.
Yeah, exactly.
And the whole footage from there, I've only seen clips of it on YouTube, but the lighting, this warm ass lighting, and just this black mom vibe, where it's this clean ass house, where it's like this black mom, but she's from the rough and she's from the trenches and whatnot.
yeah, but now she's living in this
And
like
now
very
she's-
rich people house.
Yeah, and like he was the Kanye, like they were looking at the view from the
fridge.
balcony.
Yeah, and the
there's
balcony.
there was
It wasn't always like this.
yeah, we didn't always have this kind of view.
And like not like this in '79.
Yeah, and and then they sit down and they're just talking, and she's so welcoming to his
Yeah,
friends as well.
man. When the and I just love the way she talks to him.
Yeah, and she's like, then she's like, oh Kanye, I haven't seen this, and she shows the fucking.
I love this, Kanye.
Yeah, and she's so like uplifting.
Yeah, she
And
is.
like she could tell that he was like sad, but everything was right in that moment at home. Like that's how much she influenced him.
Yeah.
And he just made him feel so much better. I love that. And I love what she said about the giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing.
Yeah.
That's just like, that's where I started crying.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even crying. So like, so what the situation was, it was like 2 a.m., 1:30 or 2 a.m. And I was hungry as hell. My mom didn't make dinner, and my sister got me rolls from outside to eat.
Nice.
And I was just sitting in my bed with these rolls in my hand.
Bro, just crying over the roll.
And I was just like, I had one bite, and I was just watching, and I wasn't even like really eating. I was just kind of like, lounge eating, whatever.
Like on it.
Yeah, and like I wasn't eating. I was just like chewing it lazily, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I had the bite in my mouth, and she was like, the giant sees in the mirror and sees nothing. And she said she said a lot of things. And
Yeah.
she's like, and it's important to be humble. Like, you can when you do that, you can be on the ground and up in the air at the same time. And I didn't even cry, but like when you bawl, you're just like I just started doing that. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, and you're sitting and I was sitting like this, and when you bawl,
But that happens with me a lot.
you shake your shoulders like you're crying like this. I just started doing that, and the tears weren't coming out. But I was just like, bro, what is she saying? And then I started crying with the bite in my mouth. I couldn't even swallow it.
Yeah, man. I get it. Like, yeah, same. I was watching it and I'm like, just 1 tear, 2 tears. I'm like, damn, this is sad.
It was so. I loved it, and it's so sad to know that she.
And
died.
even that's what made me cry. I was like, damn, she's not alive anymore.
Yeah, like he mentions that later in the documentary, but I don't want to spoil it for you. Like, there's nothing to spoil. Obviously, he says that she died, but like what happens after that and what he shows and says after her death, that's really important.
Yeah,
because
I love the part where they go to his actual house, like original house.
Because and I mean, this is the one spoiler I want to give you. It's that throughout the whole 3 episodes, the first 2 episodes are very heavy with his old footage, and after his mom dies is where Cody and Kanye kind of lose contact, and there's very few footage of after they reconnect, after like the life of Pablo, the 808s and Heartbreak, the My Beautiful Fantasy era. Like that part is very less of the actual documentary.
So they connect after his mom dies.
They disconnect. Yeah. Oh, it's lightning.
What, is raining?
Yeah, I don't think it's raining, but it's lightning for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, they disconnect after he gets the deal, and after the college dropout comes out.
Alright, that's when they disconnect.
Yeah, that's when they kind of start to disconnect, and they don't reconnect up until after he releases Yeezy, or like just
Yeezy?
yeah, like when he came out with Yeezy.
Oh yeah.
The brand with the
the
collaboration with
I'm
Adidas.
like, Yeezy is not an album.
Yeah, the collaboration with Adidas.
Yeah, I don't know, but when was that in the album space? Like, yeah?
I think it was before Yeezus.
What?
Yeah.
That's how old Yeezys are?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure.
Wait, so.
Or maybe
College Dropout is like really old, right? I think.
Yeah. It's his first
Graduation in
album.
2004.
Yeah.
That's after that is like I think 808s and Heartbreaks. No. After that is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
No.
No?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is 2013, bro.
Yeah, but he made that.
We have it here, bro. What the hell?
Wait, no. After that is Jesus or 808s and Heartbreaks.
It's 808s and Heartbreaks, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is 2013.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
2010, my bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, so 808 and Heartbreak, and then My Beautiful.
Yeah, and Jesus is older. Jesus is 2013.
Yes, this is 2013.
I
and then the life
I
of
haven't even
Pablo.
listened to Watch the Throne yet.
Same. When was
I just know that one song.
Yeezy founded? 2009. So it was before.
Damn.
Yeah, it was before My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah. I haven't even listened to I haven't listened to 8 Hours and Heartbreaks yet.
I have, but not properly. Just as background music. But yeah, I haven't heard Kids See Ghost properly.
What?
Yeah,
Bro, that's like the best album.
that's not.
Bro.
I don't know
it's
that.
subjective, but
Yeah, like to me, the best album right now is College Dropout.
yeah, fair.
So it's different. Like if I listen to
Yeah, exactly. Like when people ask me what's the best Kanye album, like it
I don't
depends.
know.
When they ask me what's the best Tyler the Creator album, I'm like Igor. Right?
No, I would.
At least for me, it's like a good answer is like
Yeah, Igor.
technically or whatever. Like most people think Igor is the best.
Yeah,
I personally connect with Flower Boy more just because of this and this.
yeah,
And Call Me If You Get Lost just sounds wonderful.
yeah,
But I don't have, other than Wilshire, I don't have any personal connection to it.
yeah.
Because it's not meant to be.
Yeah,
that
I
way.
have the most personal connection with, like emotionally with Igor.
Yeah.
I have more of a life connection with
With
Flower Boy.
Yeah.
I have more of a Sonic and like more like
Money connection.
no, more like melodic connection with Cherry Bomb.
Oh, Cherry Bomb.
I have more of a storytelling connection with Wolf. I haven't listened to Goblin.
Me neither.
I haven't listened to the mixtape.
Bro, Sonic connection with Cherry Bomb makes so much sense.
Yeah,
It sounds crazy.
So Cherry Bomb was his shifting point, bro. Everything changed after Cherry Bomb. I mean after Flower Boy, but after Cherry Bomb came out. Like, yeah, he even said that.
Bro, the thing is, Wolf sounded less crazy than Cherry Bomb. Wolf was still more Flower Boy than Cherry Bomb.
Obviously.
Wolf was really like.
No,
I don't think it gets enough credit, but Wolf was really good.
Wolf was. I don't think Wolf was more Flower Boy than Cherry Bomb.
Why?
Because Wolf wasn't very pop at all. Wolf wasn't very.
But it is. I think it is more of an easy listen than Cherry Bomb.
Obviously, that doesn't mean. Like Flower Boy is a more easy. Flower Boy is the easiest listen for anyone, but like, Wolf was like. Wolf, I didn't completely love Wolf until I started to follow the story he was trying to tell. Until I was
I
like,
still have no clue what the story is.
even I don't, but you can tell for the most part that it's just like this camp.
Yeah, and there's like
And
this Salem.
These two people,
Yeah.
there's Salem and there's Wolf and there's the fucking the villain guy, which is just him but like a different persona. And then I started really getting into it. Like I started really loving it after I listened to Awkward.
Yeah, Awkward is really good.
Awkward is I love and I fucking hate you. But I fucking hate you was more of a single.
Yeah.
It's more of
Even
a-
she is more of a singer,
yeah.
but she's not on Wolf.
But like the
So-
album cuts is where I really liked it. Where it's like Awkward, where it's Answer. Answer is also Answer is an
Party,
album cut.
what is it called?
Campfire.
Yeah, Campfire.
And then Lone. Lone was
Lone
like
is good.
Lone was like when I listened to Lone, I'm like okay, I finally properly.
Bro,
listened to
even
this
I
whole
like
album.
Trey Home 95.
That's pretty good. But like when I listened to Lone, when I properly listened to Lone, I was like okay, now I've properly listened to Wolf because it's such a long ass album.
Yeah, but we listen to it a lot.
Yeah.
So what were we talking about before?
I'm thinking. You don't have to talk. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you one thing, which I told Abhik. I mean, in the context of what this is, and it's that. I mean, I don't have to tell you this, but I told him this when it's like, it's not an interview. Like I'm not interviewing you. There's as much importance to me as there is you,
Yeah.
because what I see in interviews, and it makes sense because it's a fucking interview. It's like they don't want like if it's a like think of something like
Tyler Converse.
no like what are some like GQ, let's say GQ is interviewing a rapper. It's kind of corporate, right? So
Yeah,
someone will
it's very
tell
corporate.
the interviewer that okay, don't talk too much about yourself, ask him as many questions as possible, try to get personal, be smart with it, whatever. But like
This is more of a just
yeah, I guess it's an
conversation.
interview, but like, and
See, like-
it's all about whoever they're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Whoever the artist is, and that's fair. And the smart thing people have tried to do is get two artists and make them have a conversation,
Yeah.
which is also fun. Whereas like, but it's still now so much about just these two people,
Yeah.
and
it's more corporate.
it looks
yeah.
as if this other person is interviewing that person, which is true, but they're still getting orders like, oh, do this, do that. Like there's still a third person interviewing the two people. It's just not on record.
Yeah.
And like when I imagine having conversations with someone like Tyler the Creator, I wanna tell him about me. Like I wanna be like, yeah, this is what I do, and I want it to be like 30-70, whereas like, yeah, I talk about myself for like 10 minutes and then he'd give his input on that, and it's not all about me trying to know him, because like, yeah, I want to know him on a personal level, but like there's not much left to know about him, because I've seen all of his interviews, so it's like I'd skip all the interview
dumb shit like,
questions.
oh, was this real?
Yeah,
Just
and
more like actually knowing him with, I don't think asking questions, it's just for like, it's just letting him talk.
yeah,
If you ask them a question, you see what people do is, I think, you just ask people questions that are like yes or no.
Yeah.
Mostly it's like,
Yeah.
is it true that in 7th grade your teacher fucked you? They're like,
it's I mean, yeah, like even I would ask him, like, did you actually burn all those cards for Camouflage now?
yeah.
Like whatever, that's different, but it's like
Wait, did he?
the moment, I don't know, that's the thing, right? Probably did, but not all his cards. The only burnt card I saw was like
I didn't even see the full thing, so I don't even know what got burned.
the Fiat and like the golf, the not the go kart from Cherry Bomb. You don't know that? He has a go kart with Cherry Bomb decals on it. Not Cherry Bomb, but like not Cherry Bomb, but like
That
decals
era.
from that era.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like the blue and
yellow
yellow
and,
flames. That's pretty cool.
Bro, I love that design.
Yeah, same.
Like, I don't know why he says that it's bad.
He does?
Yeah, he's like, we were wearing bad designs just because you know how to make good ones. And I'm like, that's not even bad. Like,
I mean,
I
I
love
guess
that design though.
his standard changed,
Yeah.
and like it's fine. Like like you'd probably see some good photos and I took, and I'd be like,
No, he's
oh,
like,
bad.
he's like, he said that he was wearing whack shit just because they knew what the good shit looked like.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I know what that feels like, because you'd probably see some photos that I've taken, and I'd be like, oh, that's whack, but you'd be like, oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, people just have different visions. It's fine.
Cause I really like the blue and yellow.
Yeah, same. It's I don't know. It feels like someone just came up with that. That's cool as shit. I like thinking of it that way. Like someone just came up with that, where it's so arbitrary. It's so like, oh, it's just lines and it's just a random ass shape done in different variations and different colorways. But
it still looks very unique.
no, it feels very personal, because someone came up with it, and it's not anything you'd think of.
Yeah.
Right, like when you see a fucking a poster about like fucking a Joshi poster,
Yeah.
you can't just be like, oh, someone just came up with this. Like, well, it already exists, and like you just put your idea in a different format. But when it's intentionally obscure and not, you can't point a finger and say what it is. When it's a pattern, it's like, oh, someone just came up with this, and you can appreciate that more.
Yeah, like it's not a bunch of polka dots.
Yeah, I think a pattern is a good. Like, I wonder if I can make a pattern and be like, oh, this pattern is me. Probably can, but I just haven't done it yet.
My pattern is forever changing.
Did you actually go through the whole thing that Sao made?
What?
The Simple Design Project.
Yeah.
I
had like 5 minutes with it because she was not there, so I'm like, oh, let me just.
Okay. Dumbass.
No, I don't know, but I read
You
all
could
of
have
it.
just walked up to her and, hey, nice project. Can I see it?
I'll do it.
Pussy.
One day.
One day.
Swear to God.
Yes, whatever. But I love.
I think I just want to do it in like front of a bunch of people.
Who cares?
I care. Like
Why?
I just want it to be more like. I don't think it's about the people. It's just more like, I think her reaction could be just like not replying at all, and I would be okay, because then that just means, yeah, sure, look at it. But then it'd be like, what did she mean?
It is what it is. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, but I think when there's no one else, it makes more sense. Like, yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but
Like, okay. Like,
when do you
about
think
this.
you're gonna get a opportunity like that? Like, come on.
I know I will.
No, you won't. What
Yeah.
if you don't?
Then I'll do that.
Then
How will you know?
Stop saying then I'll do that. Like, this is my variation of stop saying should. Stop saying then.
Okay.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't wait for a fucking
Opportunity to show up.
the right time. There's no right time.
Okay,
Just
right.
do it.
You're right.
Like, that's what I would tell myself. That, oh, you waited for so
For-
long to try to text her, but she just texted you instead.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean,
But you did that. What happened?
I just got lucky.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah,
Whatever.
what I was saying was, I'll talk about some things that I like from there, just because I don't know if you'll remember, but let's see if you do. Do you remember in like the red section? You know there were like 4 different sections of colors, right?
Yeah.
Like red, green,
Orange,
blue,
red.
yeah, and orange. And in the red and the green one, the page number. So like imagine this is the page and this is the page number. It had a line to show that, oh, this side is the page number, and it also acted kind of as a margin kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love that because when I was trying to make a photo book, I don't know what I was doing. I was just trying to make something in InDesign. And I was like, how can I make my page numbers more unique than just a number? And the conclusion I came to was that, oh, page numbers don't need to be unique. Just let
But
it
she
be.
found a solution to it.
Yeah, and when I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, that's
cool.
how you do it.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
that.
I like I like the layouting and design on that a lot.
Same. I love the type, except for the last section where the font.
Like it's like stretched. Yeah.
That's-
you never stretched typography.
It's not stretched. I texted her and she's like, it's
Oh.
not stretched. It's just a condensed
Just
font.
The font is just like that.
Yeah, the font is just like that. It
It looks stretched though.
Yeah, that's what I tell it. That's what I told her. It looks stretched. That's why I don't like it. But it's not. It's just a condensed font.
Bro, but I love the design
See,
so much. Like
yeah.
the thing is, the reason I love it is because it's not that I can't do it. It's just that like I wouldn't think of it before
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I would, but it's like it's not that I wouldn't. It's just that she thought of it before I did anything, or like before I saw anything like that.
And see, it's not like you can't stretch text.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but it's bro. The
Stretch,
reason.
you can make stretch text look good.
Yeah, it's not about looking good. It's more about like respecting the
I don't give a shit.
typographer. Yeah, I know you don't give a shit, but I give a shit because the typographer puts a lot of thought behind making a text
Fuck him.
every minute him or her.
Yeah, but
Or
it's
whatever,
also
for them.
freedom of, like, I'm gonna use it however I want.
Yeah,
It's still
fair.
like I'm not, bro. It's like what we talked about cars this morning.
Yeah.
Like I don't respect the manufacturer for making it this way. I'm gonna make it look the way I want because I bought it and it's
Fair
mine
enough.
now. So, yeah, it's not like I'm making money off of. Like I guess I am.
I think that don't stretch text is more about people who do it without intent, where it's like
Yeah.
they'll just drag it
Yeah.
without realizing that they're stretching the text.
Yeah, and they don't realize that it looks bad.
Yeah.
But like,
or maybe they do, but they just don't know why because they didn't realize it.
yeah, that's different. But it's like, I mean, I use stretch fonts for like memes, like that.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah, that looks
That's
really funny.
intentional. It looks good, and it looks good because it's bad.
Yeah, because it's meant to be humorous.
Yeah. So it's intentionally bad. But yeah. Also, I don't know if you remember, but
You
like,
can't.
but like the last page, not the last page, but like the last page before the bibliography and the
Yeah.
back cover. It's like it's just
I rather shared a bibliography.
it's just a. I wouldn't do that. I mean, it's okay.
What do you mean? You have to write a bibliography.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
know that
want
in
to.
college.
I don't want to.
You
Yeah, if
have
I'm
to.
I know if I'm in college, yeah, sure, I have to. I'll do it for. But if I'm
Then
doing
I
it for
have to
myself, I don't give a shit about.
You still
bibliography.
have to because if you're using someone else's content for commercial publication,
I guess I'll
it
just
is
find-
usually good practice to have a bibliography or a
Okay.
reference.
Okay, if it's that important and if I realize the importance of it, I'll just find a more creative way to do it. Because I hate that you just have to put a title, bibliography, and then write a list of things that you
Yeah, maybe
use.
you can. So what I do is I just put up QR codes instead. In the
Yeah,
box.
that's okay. That's lazy. It's good, but it's lazy. I
Why is
wouldn't
it
do that.
lazy?
I wouldn't do that. I would do something creative like make text boxes like the ones you see in iMessage.
Yeah.
Like I would do something different.
Yeah.
Because I just have an itch of
Doing something.
doing
different.
something left field. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know.
No.
Maybe-
But what
maybe
I
it comes
realized
from-
was what she made was pretty left field in a way that I think the designs, like the patterns, were common looking.
I don't think it was left field, but okay.
Yeah, they
go
were
on.
common looking, but I just see it wasn't something entirely new, but it looked
It looked unique.
interesting.
It looked unique to me.
Yeah,
I love the
exactly.
pattern.
It looked
and
unique.
I liked her. Like she texted back and she was like, "Oh, the reason I use the patterns is because it's a place for your eyes to rest on," and like, that's such a nice way to like. Here's the thing: if I take a photo and if I want to just put it in a photo book, I can't do much to the photo. The way I'm putting the photo itself, other than putting it in a certain way, making sure the thumb isn't getting covered, or like putting a whole spread for a specific kind of photo because it's wide to make the viewer stick.
Yeah.
That's where this photo has to speak for itself.
Yeah.
But in kind of a zine thing where like you have like all the creative freedom, more creative freedom where you can make your own pattern and you can make it in a way that the eye just sticks to it.
Yeah.
Like good patterns are patterns that make you keep looking, like you want to figure out the pattern even though there's nothing to figure out about
Yeah.
it. It's just there.
Yeah, it's more like you don't want it to be too distracting.
Yeah.
But you want it to be like
And
interesting enough.
I think it should be distracting in a good way. Whereas like I think people should see a page full of patterns and be like,
damn.
wait, fuck the text. How
Why
did
they
you do
make
this?
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because the reason I want it to be distracting is because they have no choice but to go back to the next page. So it's like I don't know if distracting is the right word, but it's like let me get indulged in this page because it's so different, and let me just snap out of it and continue.
Yeah. I like
And,
it because it's more experimental than normal.
Yeah, I
Because
guess.
what I made was very, very very sticking to the fucking grid lines and shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was just a lot more restricted.
Yeah.
What I haven't figured out yet is how to be like less restricted on like zine making
See,
and all.
this is what I said in the episode I had with Abik. You have an amazing ability to put shit down. You don't have the best concepts.
Wow.
And
what do you mean?
No. Let me get to what I was saying about this. Here you had an amazing concept,
Yeah.
but you didn't put it down in the best way you could.
Yeah.
So
That's because I was sick.
I know.
That's my excuse,
There's a
at
million
least.
different. You can have excuses. I'm just saying, like me observing as a friend and from externally, I've noticed where you've had great, like where you're just like, let's do this and let's put it down, and you get that done immediately. But when it's coming to like coming up with a concept, I'm not saying that they're not good concepts. It's just that you could in the space where you have to think of the concept or where you have to feel the concept, you could throw away every single rule and just let me just do what I want.
Yeah.
And then you can come back to the grid lines and the fucking the kerning and all of that and be like, okay, let me think of an organized way to put this together. Because because you are in a space, you're in a place where you have to not have to, but you're told to learn grid lines and all the rules,
The thing
and it's
is-
important. But for me, I'm not forced to do that. So I've just refused to learn grids, and I know at one point I will have to, because the thing that I'm believing in, and just pay attention to how I'm phrasing this. The thing that I'm believing in is that it's important to learn the rules before you break them. And I used to claim that before. I'm not claiming it anymore. I'm just believing in it, because because I haven't learned all the rules. I just know from the rules that I've learned, the specific rules,
Yeah.
that learning them before is helpful before I get to break them. But I also don't know about all the other rules that I haven't learned.
Yeah.
What if I never get the benefit of learning grids when I'm actually going back to not using grids? And when I go back to not using grids, I'll probably be like, oh, it was useless learning
The only
grids.
reason you need to learn grids, I think it's more about like margins than grids, at least
Yeah.
for as far as I know, so that you can it's about comfort for the reader,
Yeah.
but also your fulfillment
Yeah.
as a creator.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because my sister was disappointed in the magazine,
Yeah.
not because it was a bad magazine, it was just because he couldn't read shit because of the Japanese binding.
Yeah.
Now that copy got fucked up for
Yeah.
whatever reason, right?
Yeah. Did you show him that copy?
No.
Oh.
Whatever copy I showed him,
Yeah.
right? But that's because we didn't realize that we should have more inside space.
Yeah.
This is what I realized now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I need to add more inside space and lesser outside margin,
Exactly. Yeah.
because we are not doing whatever binding we're doing,
And-
it's very important.
And I'm so grateful for that because we fucked up and we learned.
Yeah, we fucked up hugely, but we learned.
Yeah, and
that's
now
what
we know.
matters.
And we still love it. That's the
Yeah,
thing, right?
the thing
And-
is, for me, with this one at least, I did what I could do in the simplest possible way because I had a deadline,
Yeah.
and I think like a week of that deadline, like a week of work I was supposed to do, just I couldn't because I was in a bed,
Yeah.
or I was celebrating Diwali,
Yeah, yeah.
or I was traveling to celebrate Diwali,
Yeah.
or I was coming back.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, I had the time I had to actually do shit was a lot lesser.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
you know, like there's obviously like complications where it's like, no, you had more time technically, but
Yeah. Yeah. See, you could chalk a good amount of it up to just being complacent and not worked hard enough and
Yeah.
not worked passionately enough. But that's fine. That's a different topic.
yeah, but for me, I'm like, bro, I was sick. Just give me a break.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But see, it's a loop because even if you were sick, I could be like, no, you could still work.
Yeah, just work with a
Yeah.
headache on.
But it's different. It's subjective.
It's
I
all
can't-
subjective. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
And-
mean, what I knew is I had a headache for like 2 days straight.
Yeah,
So I definitely could not work then.
yeah,
Maybe I could have worked for the rest of the time. I just didn't want to risk getting a headache again.
yeah. See, I talked about this on the group on Spectrum, but I don't know if I got any response. But the reason I want Spectrum to be more experimental is not because I want us to stick to what we love and do more of that. It's because I want us to find out what we love more. Like I don't want you to use grids because I just want you to do what you want, and we did that. But now I want you to learn grids so
Yeah,
you
because-
know if you like it or not.
Yeah.
And if we do, then we do. That's what it is.
Yeah, because I love using grids because you know what? I'd rather have using grids because I can actually read the text in the final product.
Yeah.
Like what Abhik did with his old age write up,
Yeah.
I did not agree with that at all. Like that just looked horrible to me.
Yeah. The thing is,
maybe he liked it, but I'm like, bro, that is just I just don't like that because it's so difficult to read and it's just ugly to look at.
yeah. See, for the first issue, I actually loved the way the page looked, not because I actually liked it, but because of the feelings attached to it.
Yeah.
It was innocence, and it was like, oh, let me just do this because I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, it actually didn't look cool.
Yeah, because
but
you couldn't
but
read
it
shit.
but it captured the feeling of him thinking that way.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. And there's a tinge of that also in the second issue, but it's whatever. The second issue, I don't know if he liked his own this thing. But like, here's the thing: the point isn't to reject the rules and to reject what everyone else is doing because they don't like doing it. The point is to learn the rules so you know if you like
Yeah,
them.
so like whether you find out that you like
Yeah,
the
and
rules.
then just do what you like in the end. Like if I learn all the grids and I love grids, but I'm doing a specific project where I apply my favorite grid and I do it in my favorite way and it still doesn't look good, it's completely okay to just fuck that rule and do
Just
it the way I like.
Do what looks good.
The idea
Yeah,
is
even
to,
Matthew Sir said like, bro, if it's not fitting, if it's not looking good,
yeah,
just break the grid
Yeah.
and do what looks good.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
even during like so I was showing Rohit sir
yeah,
my final project for typography, right?
yeah,
And I'm like,
The Bell
sir, this
Centennial
is
one?
technically aligned,
yeah.
but it doesn't look aligned. And he's like, just align it.
Yeah,
And I'm
because
like,
the
"What do you mean?"
reader doesn't know.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, just move it there.
Yeah.
I'm like the grid is like, bro, it just
Fuck the grid.
Yeah, just because it is technically aligned doesn't mean it will
Looks-
look aligned.
yeah,
Or
it's-
and just because it's supposed to look good doesn't mean it will look good.
Exactly, it's
Because
all
sometimes,
feeling.
sometimes it just looks boxed in.
I think it's always about the feeling it gives because a good grid will give a good comforting feeling.
Yeah.
But what if I don't want to give a comforting feeling? What
Yeah,
if I
what if I
want
wanted like a fucking
what if I want to give a chaotic in your face feeling? Then I don't.
Yeah.
Then maybe I can use a different kind of
yeah?
grid.
Then maybe use like center fucking what is it called? Center align.
Justification. Yeah.
Yeah, or like you know what? Justify.
Yeah.
Instead of centers because
Yeah.
justify creates reverse,
Yeah.
which is difficult to read, but it is also like it gives a very bold feeling.
Justify as in like everything is a box.
Yeah, it's box.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Even Sao did that for her project, which I'm like,
She
why did
didn't.
she do that? She did.
She did left justification.
Yeah, I know, but for some, she did
Yeah.
justify.
No, I noticed that. I think it was a mistake. I don't know, but the first page, the spreads where the colors start, like the red one, where she's talking about God and they kill God and whatever. The first paragraph itself was it's left justified and not left aligned, and then it was left aligned. So I
Yeah.
think it was a mistake.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But see, Justify can look really good depending on context.
Yeah.
Again, center line, and this is controversial,
Yeah.
but with body text, central line just does not look good.
Yeah.
It's not just a rule, like it just doesn't look good
Yeah.
ever. I've
Yeah.
never seen it look good.
Yeah.
Like there's some rules that you can break, but this is not a rule. This is just like
Yeah, see, again, that's subjective because I used to use center line for a long time because I thought it looked good, and to me it looked good. But now it's like you're thinking in more of a designer's mind, where it's like most people will prefer left aligned. They just don't know it.
yeah. The reason you prefer left aligned is because
You will read it from left to right, and
No,
it's
no,
because
not that,
It's
because-
easier to find the next line.
yeah,
from
and
the
like
last line.
basically the first line acts as an anchor.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you don't have an anchor,
Yeah.
which is why like what Kunal did for his project is like instead of, so he had lines, right, but after every like paragraph he would draw a line from the first kind of letter to the next letter.
Hmm.
So it acted as an actual anchor, like
Like
an
when he
actual
was
line.
writing.
What?
Say that again.
So paragraph here, paragraph niche,
Yeah.
and usually the space in between, right?
Yeah.
So he would just add a line aisa, like a margin.
Like in writing on an actual page.
No.
Oh.
Layout.
Okay.
Yeah. So it looked like it was an actual anchor. So very daily,
Oh,
like,
okay. So as a design element.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I thought for his reference.
And his zine, what he did was really smart. So he was making something about peer pressure, and he's like, this is an arrow, right? And he's like, this arrow is perception. So you look at it from, so the arrow on all pages, the arrow is facing downwards, and when it's facing downwards, it says a text.
Yeah.
And you turn the zine around,
Yeah.
and then the arrow is facing upwards,
Yeah.
and right next to it there's another text. So
Yeah.
when it's facing downwards, and there's a photo,
Yeah.
the photo is of a person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the text says, this handsome boy is looking at you suspiciously. Maybe he hates you.
Yeah.
The arrow is down.
Yeah.
You turn it around, it says, this handsome boy is looking at you suspiciously. Maybe he likes you.
Damn.
And that's about peer pressure.
That's
or like, it's not peer
so-
pressure, that's about peer rejection.
Wow.
And that was like, I think it was like 50 years of the same thing,
Hmm.
like same concept, but different people and different text. And I'm like, this is lazy work, but it's such a smart concept.
It's so intentional.
It's so smart that you don't need to do more work.
Yeah.
He just would get photos of
I
like,
love
and
that.
all the people on there were just people like classmates and all. So it made everyone laugh because it was such a good concept
I love that.
and interesting.
Bro, I love intentional shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's intentional because, see, okay, so if you've seen in some of my collages, in some of my slides on my Instagram, I have just, so the photo, it's clicked in 4:3.
Yeah.
And Instagram is like the best way, I think, to show it is in 4:5 or 5:4, whatever.
I don't know.
It is, yeah. So like
I just do one by one now. 'Cause
no, I don't do one by one. It's
I don't
mean,
like it either. But thing is, one by one shows up like when it's like when you're in the account.
Yeah.
One by one shows up in the full frame.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for the grid, but I don't care much about the grid. I should, but I haven't thought of a way to show that properly.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to post shit. But anyways, so the palette is like 1:1, 4:5, or 5:4,
Yeah.
and 1:20:1, or 1:19:1, which is just wide.
Very wide.
Yeah. So I usually stick to 4:5 and 5:4, and
Yeah,
I
same.
divide the photos by horizontal and vertical. Horizontal is 5:4. 4:5, and vertical is horizontal is 5:4, and vertical is 4:5. So the photos that I upload in 4:5, what I do is, because it's 4:3, I just do a black background in Photoshop and I put the same image twice.
Yeah. I
And-
noticed that, and I wanted to
and
do
the-
that so bad for
and-
what I did.
And the bottom image, I flip it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that is so important because, okay, here's the reasoning behind it. So there was a time where I was really conscious of, and I still am, of how I look to other people. And I realized, I saw a reel where it's like, oh, do you know that the way you see yourself is not the way other people see you? It's actually flipped. And I was so, I
What
got
do you mean? Like, yeah, you see yourself the way you think other people see you.
No. So the image you see in the mirror is not the image other people see of you. It's flipped horizontally. हाँ
शूटिंग
नहीं
ना
नहीं बट इतना डिस्टर्ब नको है
ना ना काय नाही
ठीक है.
हाँ so
Oh
like,
yeah, so like actually flipped.
Yeah,
I was
it's
more
actually-
like in a physical, like
no it's actually flipped.
psychological sense.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's actually flipped.
yeah,
So,
obviously that makes sense because
yeah, I got really conscious because I don't like the way I look flipped, but people don't know that.
Yeah.
Like they've always seen me like that.
which part is best
What do you think?
On which dress?
लग्नाला चाललंय
The साडी.
साडी
हाँ तीच better आहे. ती जास्त like अशी cargo pants बरोबर झाली.
Bulky आहे ती clean आहे. Fashion sense.
Fashion sense.
I'm gonna make my own culture of clothes.
Bro, I can't wait to make clothes.
You're already making them.
What do you mean?
You're already making clothes. As I was saying, so like, it's one day you'll realize what I meant. Anyways,
Oh, wow.
so
Yeah.
it's flipped, and I got really conscious because, first of all, I didn't even know what I looked like flipped. So I
Yeah.
just took a picture of myself and turned off the mirror image, this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? I look like that? and I what I used to do was, and see, the thing is, other people don't know what you look yourself like as, so they just, it's just normal for them.
Yeah.
What do you
Unless
think
they
is
look at you in the mirror?
what you think is skewed is just normal for them. And so what I did, what I used to do was, when I used to record on my handycam for my videos, it was flipped, right? So in DaVinci I used to flip them again, so it looked like the way I look like, because I mean I was making the videos for myself, so I wanted to show what I look good in. so
Yeah,
anyways,
I think I've done that too, maybe.
so I realized how, to myself at least, I can look in two completely different ways by just changing the
Flipping.
perception.
Yeah.
And what I noticed with my images also is the image can look completely different and give a completely different feeling if it's just flipped. And that was a beautiful, like that's just my style now. I call it my style because it's so,
Flipping images.
yeah, just putting the same image but in a different way.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I saw the vertically flipped one.
So, oh no, okay, not this one.
Yeah, this one is vertically
This is not
flipped.
where it started. Where it started was not even here. It's when I started layouting after, like here. Okay, this is where I did for the first time ever. Here.
Yeah. I love
it looks,
this.
because see, forget this. This looks a very balanced image.
Yeah.
But this, now it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's falling in the left.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's like that is
because you go from
because
left to right.
No, yeah, that, and also because this guy is on the left and he's adding a lot of visual weight here, and it's emphasizing this, but it's not doing that here because this part is more it's balancing and it's more
Yeah.
because you see from left to right.
Yeah.
You see these elements first and you're like, oh, this is an anchor,
Yeah.
and this anchor is getting balanced out by this.
Yeah. So, but this it just looks like
Because
he's pointing
because
here.
you're looking from left to right.
Yeah, and none of this is getting translated to the recording.
I don't care. And this is not too much, but it's just like, this to me feels like two different windows of the same building.
Yeah.
Because it's like, so I took it standing from here, and this is the window, but this is the window on the other side of the building where I'm not standing, but it's just the same and
Makes
flipped.
sense.
And that I did it only twice there. Did I do it here? No, I did it here with this, where it's not flipped, but it's just two images, and it just looks cool. So this is not much about perception, and this is just, I just wanted to fit a lot of the images into one post, so I did this.
Yeah. Even I did that.
And here I love this.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah, that's also just my style. Yeah, I didn't do much here either. Oh yeah, but bro, I don't know if you noticed, but do you see the genius here?
Yeah. I love this. Just one sofa, but two different photos completely.
This was completely unintentional.
What?
I'm not kidding. Rohan mentioned this, like, so like he just posted it on his
Rohan
story,
is the genius, bro.
and he's like,
Rohan is the genius.
and he's
bro.
like two pictures, same couch, and I'm like, I'm such a genius, but I'm like,
Holy
what?
shit!
I did that.
Bro, yeah, this one looks so cool. Like,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
I love this.
And this is exactly what was going on. they were just together, and
Those Rohan right there.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah,
I
these
love
pictures are
this.
really cool.
Yeah. Did I do it here? No, I probably did. But this I just like for dark mode users, I love this because you don't know the confines of the post.
Yeah.
So the image is kind of floating there
Yeah.
because it's not conventionally placed. It's in the left and the right and the left. And the
Yeah,
right.
just wait for Instagram to like change their black to grey.
No, yeah, that and like it doesn't work for light mode users.
Yeah,
And
but imagine
this-
being a light mode user though.
Yeah, this is just the same image.
Yeah.
Which is,
I love
it's-
how you did this.
it's very simple. You just
You
so
just take
in-
an artboard or some shit.
No. You just lay out the photo in Photoshop and you slice it, and then you export
Whatever.
it for.
There's different ways to do it.
You
I'm pretty
save
sure.
for web instead of exporting normally, and
Yeah.
it just saves the two images separately.
Oh.
And yeah, this, but I didn't do the flip thing here. I don't remember why. Oh yeah, this because this is not equal. Like this is a full-sized image and this is just shorter than this.
Oh.
So yeah, you can see more of my hands, but you can't see it here. Yeah, this I
This is
did it
flipped.
ulta. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I
here.
like these pictures a lot.
Did I? No, this is just blonde. I didn't do it here. I didn't do it here. But yeah, this is just, these are like consecutive because it's like, oh, I'm playing it like up down. So that. This, okay, the reason.
I love this.
Do you get it why? Do you get why these, like, do you get the correlation between these images?
Yeah, because looking down and looking up. I don't know, that's what
Oh,
I see.
shit. That wasn't my vision.
What was
that's
your
pretty
vision?
cool, but it's because my legs are creating an indent and your face.
Yeah,
fits
it's
in that
creating
indent.
it looks like esa.
Yeah, no, it's not even that. It's just like, imagine this indent and this is empty space.
And this is like
And
the opposite.
everything around here is empty space. So it's like, I imagine your face fitting here.
Yeah, that's
in
what I'm
between- in between my
imagining
crotch.
too.
Yeah.
Ew.
And this is because, again, like between these two is an empty space and I'm pointing to that empty space. So that, and this was, okay, so he is pointing up to his own legs and I'm also looking up. But I'm
Yeah.
looking up outside the frame.
Yeah.
So that's the line of
Even
sight.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah. And that's just, yeah.
Just a picture.
Yeah, this is like, this was revolutionary for me.
Yeah.
Because-
evolution.
Yeah, because I tried to do the same this thing flip thing, but I'm
Or
like,
vertically.
let me just do it ulta. So it looks infinite, and it did. It just looks like one picture, where it's like I could just I could just imagine being here, where
You look
I
up
see
and it's
this.
like
You
that.
look up and it's just this.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
sky. It's just the world mirrored, and this also I just did it like this.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So yeah. And I did this more in the other image that I posted on Feast Finds.
This is the feast finds. Yeah, I saw.
Feast India. Feastables. Okay, yeah, this is the wheat and Tuareg I told you about. Fucking, okay. Yeah, I did it here. These are the two cars I showed you today.
Yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah.
This is more of a break, but still looks cool.
No, it's still, I mean, it just makes an interesting pattern in the middle.
Yeah.
It doesn't exactly look infinite, but I like it. Oh yeah, and this is the 1:19:1 ratio.
Oh.
So yeah. Yeah, anyways. But I had some things I wrote down to talk about. I don't remember. Okay, yeah. This is just like
Name?
just a fact. But like I thought it was pretty fucking cool. Okay, so define
know?
define nuance for me.
Nuance.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't know. The
Define it in your own
technical
way.
definition. What I
Define
feel
it
like
in your
is,
own way. Yeah.
Nuance is just like something slight that is slight qualities about something or someone. Something
That's
that is
not-
like very like
Like niche qualities.
yeah,
Like the
either that or something that is like complicated or like spread out where you can't explain it without getting into details. That.
Okay.
There's like nuance sets, which is like more of the quality definition.
Yeah.
And nuance just for me is more like the complex definition. Where like
Yeah.
when something is nuanced,
Yeah.
it's complex.
Yeah.
But when someone is nuanced, or like when someone has like nuances to them, it's like they have these
Yeah.
slight qualities to them, which is
it's
also complex.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that nuance is basically just stuff that you like. I would define it as stuff that you won't see on first look.
Yeah. So
like-
you have to go deep into
Yeah,
it.
yeah. There's
exactly.
depth to something,
Yeah.
and there's very intricate and like small depth.
Yeah.
But,
I
like,
just look at it as like sparkles to someone.
yeah, that's a good way. But anyways, the literal translation of nuance, which isn't actually an English word, is shades.
Shades.
which is so damn cool. I think
Yeah.
it's a Latin word and it got translated or something.
Makes
But
sense.
that's so cool. Like a nuances of a person,
Like a shades of a
shades
person.
of. I love that.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
translation.
it's like I could be red, but pink, not pink, but like when you add enough white to
It has to
red,
be- yeah.
it becomes like
That's
peach.
technically tint or whatever.
Tint,
but, you know,
whatever, yeah.
It doesn't actually mean shade in
Yeah,
the design
it's,
sense.
bro, it's like
It
font
just
and
means-
typeface.
Yeah. It
But
just
yeah.
means shade as in like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but like on face value, I might be red, as in I might be a very outgoing, angry, like energetic person.
But sometimes you might just be like a little.
But
pussy
the
ass,
yeah,
cute
but the
guy.
more white you add to me, I'm also peach. You
Yeah.
just don't know that.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm saying in general,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not red. I don't think I'm red at all. I'm like green.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say green.
Yeah, it's so correct though. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
I
green.
know.
I feel like sometimes I'm orange too. Anushka said this, that I'm orange, and I'm like, fuck you, no. But I get it. Sometimes I'm orange. Yeah.
I don't like the color blue. It just,
I like blue.
it's not. Yeah, I like blue, but I like specific shades of it. I like the more teal and the more.
I
lime.
like the
I
color
like-
green in
Every
every shade.
shade.
No, this is what Anushka said also. She said her favorite colors are just a specific shade of every color.
Or like she likes luminosity more.
No. Like I don't like pink, but I like the specific shade of pink.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like I like every color just in specific shades.
Yeah, but I like green. in every
No, I
shade.
think she said I like different shades of every color or something. But that's literally me. I don't like the way the photos come out with the blue cellophane on the camera.
Why?
I just don't. I don't know. It's weird.
I feel like they look good if you edit them, but
It's
that's
a weird.
not like every picture.
Yeah, obviously. Like even after editing them, I edited them to make them look more.
Yeah,
blue.
yeah. The blue looks very cold.
It's
But
not. It doesn't look very cold.
There's
I think.
a definition to it, but yeah.
I think it's the subject matter that's the issue, because I could make that work, the blue work very well, just in a different environment, because parties aren't blue.
Yeah, parties are usually, they can be blue, but they're more like violet or something.
Yeah, they're more like vibrant blue.
Yeah.
This blue is very like cool, very.
This is more like tungsten light blue, bro.
It's shivering cold. It's
Yeah.
like, it reminds me of 808s and Heartbreak.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, a lot of the songs from 808 and Heartbreak make me feel cold. Like imagine
Woman so heartless.
imagine you're driving late
yes.
at night
Yeah.
in a car and the windows are rolled down and you feel that wind where it
Bro.
gives you goosebumps, but the goosebumps don't exactly go away.
Yeah, I get
That kind of cold. Where it's like you can tolerate it and it feels good, but it also like you would rather just be
With an
warm.
edge. Yeah. Man, I love traveling in cars for a long time.
Traveling in cars is transportation. I'm sorry, fucking.
It is transportation, but
Traveling in cars is teleportation.
Transformational.
Teleportation. Or at least sleeping in cars is teleportation. That's what I've always felt like. Because you sleep somewhere and you wake up in an entirely new place.
Yeah. But then I realized that sleeping in my house is teleportation, but in time. Teleportation in time.
That's just life, bro.
Shut up.
Dumbass.
No, but I always.
I'm
So when I was like,
teleporting right now.
yeah. But sometimes when I was kid, I felt like, oh, I just wake up. I sleep at night and I wake up in the morning. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
get
teleporting
it.
in the morning. But the more I'm older, I'm like, bro, I'm sleeping, but it still feels like it's gonna take time for me for the next day to come.
Yeah,
And that
I
happens
get it.
especially when I'm anxious or
I think-
excited about the next day. It's like I can't wait for it to be the next day.
Yeah, I don't think about it that way, or at least because see, I've spent a lot of my life so far not sleeping, as in like sleeping, like being awake through the night when you're usually supposed to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like I know that it's not. Like bro, the sun starts to come out at 4:30 or 5
Yeah.
during a specific season. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not even that much. It just feels like that much because you're sleeping early and you're waking up early.
Yeah.
So because it's the complete drastic change between pitch black and so much sun.
Bright. Yeah. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the most sun is out at noon, but it doesn't feel like it. I don't know. It just feels like it's the brightest, at 7 or 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
I think it's just my mind fucking.
It's just the fact that you get exposed to more light
No,
in
it's
the
just,
morning.
It's just the first thing you see.
Yeah, the first thing you see and you realize, and like the reason that is because in the morning when you see the light, you have a very high increase in whatever energy you have, right?
Cortisol.
Yeah, cortisol and adrenaline.
Yeah.
But in the noon, it can actually dip if you
Yeah.
didn't get good sleep or if you had caffeine
Yeah.
at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Which is why like it doesn't. Which is why the light in the morning feels brighter,
Yeah.
but in the noon it feels more like a sleepy, like environment.
Do you do sunlight watching, or like whatever? That he talked about it in the, I think Woodman talked about it in the podcast. So it's like you should at least get 2 to 3 minutes of sunlight viewing every morning you wake up to set up. So set yourself.
I think
up.
that just happens naturally. Like I don't have to plan it. Like I just
No, it
every
does,
time I
but
walk
like,
to
I
every
think-
time I walk to the bus station, I just like look at the sun.
Yeah, but I think it should be intentional, more intentional. Like imagine you just wake up and you're just standing here looking out. Does the sun rise from here?
It does.
No,
I
it
think
doesn't.
no, it doesn't rise for him here. It's like it's there, that side. It's on that side.
I think
so,
it rises from. I don't know.
No, it's there. It's there. Look, look there, that side.
Oh yeah, there. The east is there.
Yeah, that. So it's like that angle. So when I go to my bus stop, I just look behind and I see like the sun right under my eyes.
The
I just
reason I
stand
think
there.
it should be intentional is because it's like a form of meditation.
Yeah, it is intentional though.
Yeah, but like when
It's
you're
not like-
when you're waiting for your bus, a lot of shit is happening around you.
Yeah, but I'm intentionally looking at the sun.
No, it's I think it's not so much about the sun because sunlight viewing happens to me also anyways. But I
Ah.
think it's more about the activity where you're just silent and you're just looking at the sun.
That's what I
waking
do.
up.
Cause bus station, by bus stand, I have zero
it's
friends.
different. It's different.
No, but I'm just standing there looking at the sun directly.
I know, but it's
intentionally.
different. It's different doing it there and doing it at your home right after you woke
But
up.
doing it at my home, I don't see the sun though. I
You
just
do-
see
you
I
do.
just see the sky.
You don't have to see the sun. You just have to feel the sunlight.
Bro,
Yeah.
you don't have to see the sun directly, but it's better.
Yeah, but you looking out from that window is still you looking in the direction of the sun.
Yeah, I do that
Yes.
because when I feel like waking up, when I feel like I have to wake up, I just like.
I think you should try it and see if it helps you sleep.
I have.
No, you should try it.
Yeah.
You should try it.
I think what will help my sleep the most is just getting up, regardless of if I slept late or early.
Obviously. Bro,
That is
being consistent on your wake up time is more important than sleeping 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Cause like for a long time, what Sai used to do was, I mean, like the last Sai I knew, she used to just come late because she slept late, and she was like, sleep is important. And I mean, I didn't know back then, but then later I realized that sleep is important, but it's not about the time. It's more about when you wake up.
Yeah, I mean, see, in the long run, it is that's what is important. But it's like, it's a context dependent thing because it's like, today I woke up late, but I had to get that 8 hours of sleep because I was on my feet all day yesterday.
Yeah, fair.
From like 4 to like 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
But
was like,
in the long term, it's like getting
Yeah,
up
yeah.
at the same time every day, regardless of how much sleep you got,
Definitely.
will like better your sleeping schedule.
Yeah, because when you're doing that, you're practicing waking up, and even
You're
if
fixing
you
your circadian rhythm, technically.
yeah, you're fixing your circadian rhythm. You're not doing that when you're just sleeping 8 hours. It's just
Yeah.
you shouldn't stick to it all the time. Do you have anything to say about the Nawal podcast?
I have so much to say about that.
Yeah, say.
Man, I feel like listening to it once isn't enough.
Yeah.
Listening to an Anti Huberman podcast once is enough because you get the most information out of it.
Yeah.
But this is more of like a treasure thing where it's like,
Yeah, it's like blonde,
yeah.
evergreen.
Evergreen. I mean, even his content is evergreen, but Andrew Huberman's content is also evergreen. But the way his content works is, you get the tools once or twice, you listen to it again,
Yeah.
and then you're done with it.
Yeah,
right?
it's more like a reminder.
Yeah.
It's not like you'll.
No, it's not like a reminder. It's more like you have the information and you remember it because
Yeah,
it's pretty
not
clear
like-
what you need
yeah,
to do.
It's not, you don't have a lot of space to get a different view of the
Yeah,
same
or there's not a
information.
lot of nuance to
Yeah.
remembering the important stuff.
Yeah.
There is everything he says, but that is more for like medical students.
Yeah.
And if I ever get interested in that, and I am very interested in it, but it just I I need context before I start listening to his podcast for that information.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can't just start listening to him talk about circuits without knowing the baseline,
Yeah.
for which I like need actual education.
Yeah.
But anyways, the way it is with the Nawal podcast and the tweet storm and the transcript is that you listen to it once, you are like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then you are like, you forget it after a week.
Yeah.
You don't forget it, but you're like,
It doesn't stick.
yeah, it sticks, but I think it's more of a, like, there's like a nuanced explanation to it. It's like, it sticks very well, but you need to keep reminding yourself of the fact that this framework exists.
Yeah.
And the reason you need to keep reminding yourself is that it sticks, but it's difficult to apply.
Yeah.
The way he said it is, instead of remembering it, you need to understand it.
Yeah, exactly.
And once you understand it, you can delete it from your brain,
Yeah.
and you will just know because you have completely been dissolved in it.
Yeah.
Now that won't work for blonde because you will never understand blonde because it's so subjective.
That's different.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
even what he says is subjective.
Yeah, that's subjective. But again, those
No,
experiences
the
you can
difference-
have. You can have your own interpretation of that in a lot
Yeah.
more tangible way
Yeah.
than with blonde.
I feel like I
Because
need
see,
to.
okay, think about this. You have Igor, right?
Yeah.
Now the Igor storyline is pretty clear.
Yeah.
It is so clear that you can just make a story out of it. Like you
Yeah.
can take that, write a script about it,
Yeah.
and it will be accurate. Can't do that with blonde,
Yeah.
right? But and so the way it is with that is that after doing that, you can connect that with your own experience, which is similar to that or whatever.
Okay.
So that way you can apply it or whatever, feel it. Blonde, you can't do that. But with the Naval podcast, it's like Igor, where it's like you can go through these stages that he's been through, or you can apply what he's applied and learn the next step.
One sec, wait here.
Guys, he left me. I'm so cold. I'm so alone.
So, have you ever gone to the exposure compensation? This thing,
What?
the exposure compensation. This thing.
No.
So basically,
What? What is that?
It's not anything too impressive.
Okay.
This is just more for auto modes.
Oh.
Because yeah, whatever. But so just look at the spectrum, okay? And spectrum, and
It goes from
you-
minus
you
5
can, you
to
can,
plus 5.
What you can do is you can widen how much you want it to compensate.
Yeah.
Right. And it'll shoot with different exposure, whatever. Right.
Yeah.
Just think about this. Just keep this
Yeah.
in your mind. I need to coin a term for that, but with evergreen content.
Yeah.
So blonde has that in a huge, like that spectrum for blonde is huge.
Yeah, there is.
It's considerably smaller for Igor, but it's still there.
Because yeah, the reason it is smaller is because obviously he has made it. Oh wait, someone's calling you. Your dad is calling you.
It's fine. Wait, did you stop the recording?
Wait, you can't cut a call?
No, I can't.
What?
I can, but only if it's from an unknown number.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like it just keeps calling on.
Yeah, I'd have to pick it up and then cut it.
Why is it like that?
I don't know. There's probably a reason for it, because if it's if from an unknown number, then I can just choose to cut it or pick it
Yeah.
up. But anyways, I need to come up with a word that defines that tangibility.
Yeah.
Because see, like for Igor, it's smaller. For something like an Andrew Huberman podcast, it's even smaller because it's straight facts.
Yeah, it's straight facts.
Straight facts.
It's sometimes it's straight facts, but
Yeah.
again, science is facts. But
Yeah.
it's, again, a lot of research can be remodified and you can relearn things that you didn't know before.
Yeah,
or
but
you
it's-
can prove what you already knew wrong.
There's not a lot of scope for you coming
with
for
your
you,
own interpretation.
Yeah, with your own interpretation.
Like you can't be like, oh, I'm as a night owl, I'm gonna make this sleep schedule work for me. Again, see, I talked about this. Okay, you say. You speak.
Yeah, but yeah, I need to come up with a word for that. Just my own word, and now that I've said it here, it's like I'll remember. And this is like, it's so funny. Me saying this is me doing that. So 2 years
Yeah.
later, when I come back to this thing is as evergreen for me, is something like that.
Yeah.
So I might come up with a term for it, and
Yeah,
I'll-
like you have articulated it in a very like you have articulated it. You just don't know how to do it in like more of a coin and
yeah, in more of a way that people who don't know blonde can understand it.
yeah, or like yeah, where it's more universally understood.
It's more universally understood.
Where the spectrum for the evergreen is more facts
Yeah.
and less
Fuck yeah.
and less is spread.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, bro. I love a lot about what he said. You know, in the middle when they were talking a lot about politics, it got kind of boring. It didn't get boring. I just kind of tuned it out because I was sketching at the same time.
Politics.
Yeah.
What did they talk about? In
I
politics?
don't know. They were just talking about politics. They were just talking about.
I think they were saying that politics is stupid because
Yeah, they were.
people who get involved in politics,
They have to
they're
be.
playing a status game.
Yeah, and they have to be.
Short term.
No, they have to put themselves in a group. They have to be left wing or right wing.
Yeah.
They-
So they have to be opinionated. They have to be.
Yeah, they have to be opinionated.
First,
Like,
second off, they have to play the status game, and
Yeah.
third, they have to play with short-term people
Yeah.
because it's politics.
yeah,
You can't play politics with long-term people.
exactly, yeah.
Because think about it, like what politician has like a long? I mean, yeah, obviously there's politicians that have won for a long time, but again, it is bound to change any time.
What is a long time?
Man, shut up.
It's all subjective because yeah, like fucking Modi's presidency is ministry is a long ass time.
Yeah, but
in a
but he doesn't
couple
have monopoly, right?
yeah, in a couple decades that long time doesn't matter. Like it's not long.
Yeah, but Facebook's CEO Mark Zuckerberg, that's a huge time.
Yeah, that's
because-
long. That's long.
Huh?
That's long.
Yeah, that's very long because he's gonna die obviously, but what he did,
Won't
Is-
die.
Mark Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
he's gonna die.
No, I
obviously.
said what he did. We said what he did. I'm like, oh, won't die. What he did won't
Yeah,
die.
what he did won't die.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, yeah, what Modi ji did, whatever Modi ji, what he did might not die too. But it's just like it's a lot different.
Yeah. It's different.
Where someone can like just, in a lot of ways, just remove the changes he made.
Yeah, it's like he's not replaceable, but the a good amount of the work he did isn't. A lot of it is revolutionary. I don't know a lot of it, but like a lot of it was very important and couldn't have been done by someone else.
Yeah.
But it's not like that level of work cannot be done by someone else in the future,
Yeah, exactly.
and
But
that it
no one
hasn't
can
already been done.
reinvent Facebook.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, wait and watch.
Yeah, but you can't The thing is, that's what I'm saying. You can always come up with amazing policies for the world as a government.
Yeah.
But you can't reinvent the Facebook.
You can't obviously, but there will be a time where
Like you can demonetize again.
I know, but here's the thing. Like people say, people are like, let me think of a good example. Fuck.
Like you can't reinvent the way.
No. Hold on. Just be silent. So like think of the format of the sentence. Dash is the new dash.
Yeah.
What comes to your mind?
EVs are the new gas cars.
No.
No.
I mean I guess. But no.
Electricity is the new oil.
Someone will say that, but that's the point. Okay, good example.
Threads
So-
is the new Twitter.
No.
Okay, wait. Digital is the new film.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Okay. Netflix is the new rent and watch.
Netflix is a new television. I want people to say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
television.
So you cannot reinvent television
Yeah.
in the way in the
Yeah, but
in
you
the
can-
specific way.
yeah.
But you can make something and you can make people say dash is the dash.
Yeah.
new."
So something you're saying that something might be the new Facebook. Yeah, I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
and the thing is, technically, Facebook will always be Facebook.
But you can always
it's-
reinvent
But
it.
in the face of the of everyone
what?
else, in the face. Fuck you. In the face of the audience,
Yeah.
just even one person saying that blah 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 is the new Facebook will
Yeah.
drive a storm if people agree with it.
Yeah.
And now Facebook is no longer relative. And now there's going to be a group of like a generation that will be like, you guys don't understand how revolutionary Facebook was, and like It doesn't matter. We have something new.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
I
it's
think
gonna
that's
be like.
that's the way Instagram works. in a
Yeah.
way. It's like Instagram is the new Facebook for kids because
Yeah.
think about this, a bunch of kids when they were 13 moved from Facebook to Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a Facebook account. I
Yeah.
saw it all of my classmates.
Yeah.
But then he did something and everyone moved to Instagram. No one knew why.
Yeah.
And now like Snapchat is the new Instagram because
Yeah.
I see more kids on Snapchat than
Yeah.
on Instagram, and
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
And obviously, like Reels is the new TikTok or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And see, the thing is,
But that's all of this technology stuff is still pretty like in its own space.
see.
When you come up with shit that is like in Netflix is the new television,
Yeah.
that is more revolutionary. in
Yeah,
a way.
yeah, that's different. But again, we're talking in terms of Facebook only. But it's like, see, the Instagram kids will never know what it's like chatting on Facebook.
Messenger.
Yeah.
They will download Messenger separately.
Yeah, and where you have the little tab in the bottom, you click up and the chat comes up and you type and then you hide it back.
Yeah,
I have so
yeah.
many memories with that because
Bro.
I used
and
to
we will never know how it was.
I used to peep into my sister's laptop.
Yeah.
And she was talking to just people, right? And she
Yeah.
didn't want me to see it. So she would just immediately go there and close it
Close
and
it,
collapse
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Like you don't know how that is on Instagram.
Yeah.
And eventually there'll be a group of people who'll say that about Instagram. Oh, these new kids don't know anything about posting stories or
Yeah.
or messaging on Instagram where you could send gifs and comments. You know you can do that.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Or it's like they didn't know the time where it was only text and comments.
Imagine you could.
and we also don't know about the time where you had 4chan and MySpace. Like,
Yeah,
bro, we
yeah.
have no clue. And the thing is, that shit looks so cool, but it's dead.
Yeah.
Like no one uses it.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, we don't know how it's like to have a Tumblr page.
Yeah.
Tumblr is so
I do.
cool.
I do.
Yeah, but Tumblr is so cool because you can customize your own page in like all the ways.
Pinterest is the new Tumblr. Not really, but yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even know how it's like to have a Pinterest yet. And it's like imagine like in a few decades it's gonna be like these motherfucking designers don't know how it's like to have a Behance.
Oh yeah, I told myself that I should have a Behance page because I just wanted to find a different way to show my work.
Bro, I don't like
Instagram.
Behance. I don't know why. It's really good. Like it's not good. Like it's really convenient.
Yeah.
But having your own website is just, you know.
Bro, don't do that. It might connect.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I didn't do that for like the past.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. Yeah, but yeah. See, I just wanted a different platform other than Instagram to upload my photos, and I haven't been
Yeah.
able to find a good one. But Behance was the closest.
Yeah.
And
There's
Behance,
Behance.
actually looks good if your work is put up in a certain way. Is what I realized.
Yeah.
So not all of my photos will look good in that format, but I can post one project with multiple photos. So it's like
Yeah.
it kind of fixes that.
Yeah.
And Behance is also like, see, here's the thing. There'll be a group of people who do not use Instagram but are in love with Behance, and they'll be like, everyone uses Instagram, but there will be people who prefer Behance. So you just put your link tree in your bio.
Yeah.
Or your Behance in your bio, and they're like, oh my god, there's a Behance. Fuck Instagram. Let me go here and let me see this. better." And like, yeah, that's why I put my Spotify page and my YouTube page in my bio.
Bro, I prefer my website over anything else because.
Oh yeah, obviously. Fuck yeah. That's
Yeah,
you.
fuck Behance and fuck Instagram. This is what I want to show you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't want to look at that. They just prefer the convenience of
Yeah.
not leaving your app to go in a browser.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But people who do look at the website, they're always like, I think most people who look at the website are like, oh damn, your website is cool.
Yeah, that's why Reddit is kind of nice because you can open the apps and links in Reddit itself.
Yeah?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
What?
On mobile, you can open the links on Reddit in the app itself. It doesn't take you to the browser.
What do you mean? Like, okay, on Reddit, if you open a link, it just opened in Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
It won't tell you to open a different browser.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have that. That's just how it is on Android too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Instagram has its own browser.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, it does?
Yeah, on my phone.
Oh.
Then you have to be like open it in Firefox
Oh, okay.
if you want to.
Okay. Yeah.
But normally it loads.
Yeah, see, like these kinds of gaps, like Android users will be like, oh, I'm fine, but like iOS users will be like, nah, I don't want to look at your website.
Why? Is it like do you have to copy paste or something?
No, you can click on it, but it just doesn't open in the app. It opens a different app.
Yeah.
So iOS users will be like, oh, it's too low. I don't want to leave Instagram. That's what you said, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
no. Here it's like it'll open in the Instagram app, but this there should be physically no difference because bro, you're just looking at something else.
Yeah.
But there is.
Yeah.
Bro, what Andy Huberman talked about in this podcast with the modern wisdom guy
Yeah.
is so the way we work is when we look
We work?
around.
Viewers?
Shut up.
Huh.
The way our brain works is when we look around, we switch contexts.
Contexts?
Yeah.
Like in your phone?
No. When you look around in real life, you switch the context.
Yeah, you switch the contacts.
Bro, shut up.
sorry. Yeah.
You switch what you're looking at.
Yeah.
But on your phone, when you're scrolling, you're looking at the same place.
Oh, yeah.
So you're focused.
Yeah.
But you're constantly switching contexts.
Yeah.
And that fucks with your brain a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, he didn't say it fucks with your brain because he's the kind of guy to never say anything bad about anything at all. He just gives advice. Not advice, he just says shit. And you can follow it if you want. Like, he's never said things like, oh, you should always sleep on this time or whatever. He just says that, oh, this will do this for you.
Yeah, and that's important. That's good.
Yeah, like his philosophy is like live and let live. Right?
Yeah, I think it's so freeing to be unopinionated.
Yeah.
Where you have an opinion, but your opinion is that there's more than one opinion.
Yeah.
Which is, in a way, you are opinionated, but you're just not, you just don't have your ego attached to it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what I love, is because thing is you can get away with that very easily. A lot of things.
Yeah, I mean that's what they like. That's what they train celebrities and like MMA fighters to media train for.
Yeah, because you don't want to show your opinion because some part of your audience might just not like that.
Yeah, and they care about that.
Yeah. The thing is, some celebrities like Kanye don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I like that more because I want you to show who you are completely.
Yeah, and see, like, there's more than just that about media PR.
Yeah, there's
training.
more nuance to it.
Because it's like, it's also about, like, the most common thing that I've noticed is people will not directly tell you how much they earn. Like, they'll be like, oh, say a number between this and this, and I'll tell you. Like, guess, and I'll tell you if you're closer or further. Or it's like, oh, I make 6 figures, or like 5. No, like, tell me exactly how much you make. And it's like, that's too personal. When even if it is, it's like, bro, if you walk around in India, you walk towards any businessman or anyone and you ask them what's your salary, they'll get so offended.
Bro, exactly. My dad got offended when I asked him. I'm his son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how much do you like? I'm like, so we in school we had to write a salary of your parent for some firm, right? And my mom was just like, oh, let's write this amount. I'm like, do we actually earn that much? And she's like, it's different, but you write this. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, because it's I mean it's before tax or after tax, they don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, they'll never tell you their earning.
I mean,
for some
see,
reason.
yeah, like I know my mom will, but my dad isn't very open about it, and that's not because of of how he is. It's a more deeper reason than that, and I've talked about this with you, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's different. But like when you grow up in a family where, I'm not talking about me, but when someone will grow up in a family where when you ask how much you make, it's just like shut down. How will you ever learn how money works?
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, I get why it is like that because I think it's because you never want to let your kid feel like there's
Yeah,
a
but
possibility that you're gonna be said no, and that's stupid. I think that's completely stupid because I feel like you have to realistically raise up your kid. Where it's like, okay, listen, this is how much we have. This is how much we have. This is what we can do for you, and like.
no.
It's very like insensitive to do that because for a kid you want it to seem like that your father can do anything for you or like whatever your parents can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You don't want them to feel unsatisfied with, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, kids always want more.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. There's a certain age where you can do that, because if you do it too early, then it'll just kill your child's curiosity.
Yeah, and dreams.
It'll put them in depression.
Yeah, it will.
That's different, and it's like you can still teach your kid about money without telling them how much you make.
Yeah.
It's just a shallow example that I gave.
Yeah. Thing is, at one point you have to give them an idea of what's possible and what's not.
Definitely, absolutely.
And I think what I know, or the parents that I know, like I don't know the parents, but I know the kids, and from what I can like guess from them is they haven't had a conversation yet.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, this is what he can do for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people just don't need to have a conversation because they literally they can see and like, oh, they have enough money, right?
Yeah, that's.
But sometimes you can clearly see that, oh, they don't have that, but they still.
Yeah. So like you have to think about how the kid gauges this, right?
Yeah.
So the most obvious way, or like the first thing that comes to my mind is when they want something and their parents say no, and when they don't give a specific reason about it. And
Yeah.
I mean, if they do, they'll be like, oh, we don't have enough money for that. And the thing is, that's unreliable because you don't know if they actually
Don't
don't
have
have
the
enough
money?
money, or
They're just saying that.
no. You don't know if they actually don't have, if they actually don't even have that money, or if they just don't want to spend that kind of money for that.
Yeah, on that, yeah.
So that's unreliable. But the second reason is just, I mean, this is family to family, but in my family, what I've seen is just me seeing how my mom spends her money gives me an idea of how much she has.
Yeah.
So that I can gauge, and I can be like, because I never want her to give me. I know she wants to give me a lot of money so I can feel secure.
Yeah.
But she also just says no, that she doesn't have enough.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. So I know when to gauge how much to ask.
Yeah. The way it is with me is, I know that for a long time that we've had enough money to be secure, but my mom still always spends lesser
Yeah.
than she whatever can, or like, you know, it's always like saving money,
Yeah.
not because there's not enough,
Yeah.
but just because it's good to save money.
And also.
And sometimes it's because it just made me so secure
Yeah.
that maybe we didn't have money, but they made me feel secure. So I thought it was that way.
Yeah.
Like the way I think about it right now is that maybe we actually didn't have the money, but which is why she spent less.
Yeah.
But it always felt like my dad was wanting to spend more, and my mom was always like, she would always try to lessen the amount of money that is being spent. So I always
Yeah.
felt like she was just being that way
Yeah.
for a reason.
And there's
right?
like a million different reasons as well, because maybe they're not giving you the money, or maybe they are spending so little because they're saving up for something that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an investment, or like maybe they have money but it's just not in their bank account. There's so many different
There's so
reasons.
many. Yeah, you never find out until like you're old enough and they actually tell you stuff.
Yeah, and bro, I saw this reel. It was in Marathi, but I'll translate it quick. So basically, it's his father and son.
Yeah.
And so it's like a comedy sketch, but like there's depth to it. So they're sitting in the hall, and the son is like, "Why are you saving so much money? Just turn on the damn AC. It's so hot."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, bro, we have to save the environment." And I said, "Okay, whatever." The second scene is like, the son is like, what's there for lunch?" And he's like, "Look, I've made bhakri and gharchi bhaji." And he's like, "Huh? I'm just gonna go order pizza."
Yeah.
Whatever. What is this? Why are we acting so poor? And just another situation where it kind of showed the same thing. And then the father was like, "You know what? You've gotten too complacent. Let me take you to places. Let me show you what people don't have, so that you have an idea of how much you have." And then they go to, I don't know, they go like to some jungle where people are living in the jungle.
Yeah.
And they don't show, like they just cut to them walking out of there.
Yeah. Obviously.
And then the son is like, "Dad, thank you so much for showing me this, because for us, when we need an AC, we have to turn it on, and that's our fresh air. But for them, they have the whole world, and it's like for us, when you have to turn the lights on, it's inside the house, but for them, it's the whole sun, and it's like for us, we have to order food and we have to make it ourselves, and we have to go and buy it and all of that. But for them, food is just there. You just go and hunt it."
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That is interesting. Oh. उद्या मी कॉलेजला चाललो. Okay. Oh, 7-8. Alright. Yeah. Man, I love that. I mean.
You haven't even reached the finish. Hold on.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, and then he's like, yeah, we have to order food, but for them, food is just here. And it's like, for us, our safety are the four walls around us, but for them, it's the trees, and it's the four people around them that actually care about them. and it's this whole thing that he was appreciating them, and in the end he's like, Dad, thank you so much for showing us how poor we are, so now we can go back to ordering the pizza and turning on the lights and keeping the AC on. And it was this comedy sketch, but it's like, you don't know how rich you are, but you also don't know how poor you are. Yeah, what happened?
Oh, my dad is buying me shoes.
Damn, your size is 7'8"?
Yeah. What is yours?
9.
What?
UK 9, yes. US 9, my bad.
Show. No way.
Wait.
The same size though. I'll stick to the same size.
My
You think yours
shoes.
is smaller.
Bro, that shoe that I'm wearing right now is UK 8 and
Which
it's
one?
tight.
Which one?
The one that my sister's fiance gave me.
Yeah. Which one?
Oh. I hate that green, I hate that blue. But oh
What?
fuck.
You don't like the green?
No, it's a bad green.
Bro. Maybe it's just the photo.
Maybe it's just the photo. It's a nice, actually yeah, take the green. It's a nice green.
Yeah.
I don't like that Lee Cooper text, but okay,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Green's pretty good. Blue is like meh. It won't look good in an outfit.
Yeah. I don't like the color blue itself. So.
Fuck you. I'm gonna go pee. Should I take it with me?
I've never done that. Or have I? Would I just pause this recording? Alright. Man, I texted Simone. I wanna meet her.
Yo, that's not bad.
Be like this.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought it was actually designed, but it's just Lee Cooper. Nah.
You don't like Lee Cooper, it's
No, I don't care about the company. I just don't like that they wrote that on the shoe.
Oh wow, I can't believe that they're trying to market the shoe. Wow.
Yeah, but it's too bold. Like, I don't want people to know that I'm wearing Lee Cooper.
Yeah, but you wanna know if you are wearing a Nike.
Yeah, because I like how the swoosh looks.
Fair.
I don't care. It doesn't.
Should I take the white one then?
It's up to you.
Man, here's the fact.
White will go with everything.
But I'll have to take care of it.
Yeah.
I'll take it though. So my dad's sensor.
Just double tap, double click.
My dad's sensor.
Oh damn! I thought it was your laptop.
No. My dad's sensor got, I don't know, it got messed up for some reason.
Okay, I won't. Wait, where is it gone? Okay, I'll say this later. But okay, I saw this on Tanisha's story.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it. You don't Instagram, so probably not. But she said it was just a black background, and she wrote in white text. Wait, I'll let you go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, no offense, but I think people should be a little cringe. Being aesthetic is cool and all, but
yeah, I saw this.
but you gotta have just a sprinkle of cringe, or else you're just pretentious. Cringe is real. Cringe will make you real. I love that so much,
man.
because you don't even have to intentionally be cringe, but what she means is that
I know what she means.
what I think she means is
Yeah, that.
you don't have to be the coolest guy all the time. Even if it's you
Yo,
being you.
don't let feasting down. Only to us to complete this week's friend's quest.
Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, I should put my whole name as Feasting Bigfoot instead of Feasting and Bigfoot
What?
on
Your?
Duolingo. My whole name as Feasting Bigfoot. My whole first name.
So what is it?
It's just Feasting because it says just Feasting.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's you, being cool all the time isn't cool,
Yeah.
because if you're too cool, you're gonna freeze to death. That's what Tyler said.
It's, I think is that,
The radio interview.
what? No. I think it's a talented pianist thing. It's like, if you're too talented from the start, people are gonna keep expecting you to be talented as fuck.
No, I don't think that's what
It's not the same thing, but I'm just putting it on the table. It's like,
it's like
when you like when people think you're very talented and you haven't kind of worked for it, or like it's not coming from a genuine place,
it's not
you
even
freeze because you don't know what makes it that way.
See,
But when it's like when you're cringe or whatever, you're being genuine, because
Yeah.
sometimes you make mistakes.
yeah, see, here's
That's
the
what I think. That's what being cringe
thing. Here's
means.
the thing. So
That's how I interpret it.
cringe is subjective.
Yeah.
Right? So here's what I see it as. You being cool all the time is great. You have to strive to be cool, because for me being cool means being like the best version of myself,
Yeah.
or like the best that I can be, because I know I like it and I think it's cool. But and I don't think I should do this intentionally. Sometimes it's important for me to not be cool but be emotional, or be
Wow, being
Be-
emotional isn't cool.
no, but like that's not what people see it as. Like, you know, me being
Yeah.
cool is like me doing a fucking backflip.
Yeah.
But again, like me, I think being emotional is pretty fucking cool,
Yeah.
but it's different. So it's like I don't
So-
have to be the coolest all the time.
Hmm.
Sometimes I just have to be not mediocre, but like rough, like unfinished and
Raw.
just like I have to show that I stutter a lot.
That I am still human.
I have to show that I still make a lot of mistakes and I still contradict myself a lot and whatever,
Yeah.
all of that. And the funny thing is, I find all of that cool.
I'm gonna
I find it cool to be contradicting. I find it cool to show that I stutter.
Yeah. Why do you disagree? I wanna be disagreeable.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
so,
that.
So it's important to not try to be perfect, because when you try to be perfect, you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, exactly.
And
You have to try to
just-
be genuine. At
Yeah.
the same time, try to improve yourself. But it's not like, oh, hum to aise hi hai and we'll never change.
Yeah.
Like, there's a balance to reach.
Yeah.
With a lot of things.
Okay. So this other thing, I won't talk about the context I wrote this in, but
Wait. I had something on my mind,
go on.
but I forgot. I forgot for you.
We can be silent and you can just try to remember.
No, it's not.
We can be silent.
No.
Okay. Yeah, but so what I wrote was when
What is the aperture of the eye?
I don't fucking know.
So
There's
wait,
no
the-
such thing.
There is though, because your pupils grow and like whatever. You
What
can dilate
is
it in
the
size, right?
aperture?
You can change the size of the opening. That is technically the aperture. So what I realized is
Okay.
wait. The aperture is the biggest is what handles the brightness too.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a fucking ISO,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So aperture is what's handling everything. We don't have a
Yeah.
shutter speed either because
Yeah.
our brain is
Yeah.
like it's not a fucking sensor.
It's aperture and focal length because we have a focal length.
Yeah, we have focal length.
So the
and
pupil
aperture.
can be as large as 6 to 7 mm wide open,
Yeah.
which translates into the maximum physical aperture. The f number of the human eye varies from about f8.3
Yeah.
in a very brightly lit place to about f2.1 in the dark.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not a lot, but whatever.
Yeah.
8.3, man, I can't go smaller. I mean, you don't need. Very
Imagine
high aperture.
imagine if you could see in f22.
That'd be crazy.
Like I could.
Everything would be in focus.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, everything
Everything
can't
i-
be in focus because
Yeah.
your brain can only process 12 megabits of data. Well, that's so stupid comparing shit to digital terms. But what I'm trying to say is, your brain only focuses on the middle area which you're trying to
Yeah,
focus at,
yeah.
and everything else is pretty jumbled up.
You can't see the whole image.
Yeah,
you can
ever.
just see everything else, and you can make up a whole image.
Yeah, you can't even make it up because it's not like you're.
Yeah, make up as in your brain is translating it in brain waves, and you're making it up.
Yeah, whatever. It's very intangible.
I mean, technically everything is made up, but you know, that's a different
Yeah,
context.
but what I'm saying is it's very intangible. Whereas like you can see in a lot of detail, but you can never grasp it
Yeah.
because you only focus on one part. So even though everything is in technical focus, like according to the lens of your eye, in your brain it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Because in your brain it does a lot of like post processing.
Yeah,
so that's
and
just what the
there's-
brain does.
Yeah, post
So when I'm looking at this chair, technically that frame, okay, it's not in focus. because-
everything in your peripheral vision is in focus. You just
No,
don't.
no,
you
could
just,
be in focus. Yeah, but you just like okay. When I look at that poster of the first Spectrum cover,
Yeah.
technically all those other posters are also in like focus, but I only see that, and I don't
Yeah.
see anything else in detail at all. Like
Yeah.
there's no detail there.
Yeah.
Right. So depends on what poster I'm looking at. I'll see only that,
Yeah.
which is crazy to me because my eye isn't poster sized. You know.
Yeah.
And neither is it like tie sized, but when I look at the tie, I can only see the tie.
Yeah.
And everything else just could be made up.
You are aware of your peripheral vision. It's just that you can't. Like I can focus on bigger things, but there's a limit of how big of a thing I can focus on, depending on how close I am to it.
Yeah.
So like I can. It's hard for me to focus on this entire room.
Yeah.
But if I was like 500 meters away, I could focus on the entire room.
Yeah.
Just because it's there, it's like that far
Yeah, but
away.
you'd miss all the details too.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
the
that,
thing is-
that that point, it's not about the details; it's about
Yeah.
the space.
Yeah.
So like I see like that's why mountains look so huge, but when you're there, oh, it's just a mountain. Like you're just on rocks. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it. What's also crazy about that is that most of the processing happens in your brain only and not in the eyes. Like, man, it's explainable, but it's so different from the way cameras work. Even though it's very similar, the biggest difference is the sensor, right?
Yeah.
Which goes from like film to like cells, and from that is just electrical signals, which is crazy because even this uses electrical signals. It's just in a very different form.
Yeah. Anyways, I was gonna say something.
What I'm thinking is like, how much of a difference do we really have between, like, at what time do we draw the line between a brain and a machine? I mean, like there's obviously
at a
complexity
very
to it.
at a very short point.
What do you mean?
Like, the machine can't think.
Yeah, whatever.
That's it. Like the line drawn. What more do you need?
Well, it can think.
Yeah, but
The
it
machines
can't.
can think. See, the thing is, when you try to define think, the entire system breaks because you
Okay.
can't define anything
The
in a tangible way.
Okay.
So
the machine cannot generate original ideas.
what are original ideas?
An idea that's never been made before.
Well, it can though.
Yeah, but see, all original ideas are reinterpretations. But
So there is
but
no original
no.
idea.
There is a difference between human reinterpretation
So,
and digital
Again,
reinterpretation.
the the conversation again goes to like the it doesn't go between the actual outcome. It just goes to the machine itself. Like,
yeah, but everything
it-
is depends.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
No. What I'm saying is, the conversation always ends with, oh, the difference is that it's human and it's not human. But when you like remove that factor, obviously you can't remove it. Okay.
Yeah.
But you needed to remove that factor between like, oh, just the original idea is made by a human versus it's made by an AI or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You realize that, see, what I believe in, like, really, is that the definition between living and non-living, I mean, yeah, you can do a really good job at defining them in such precise ways, and you can always tell
Yeah.
what is living and non-living. Living, but at the same time, I feel like I don't feel like that is very useful because I feel like the machine that I'm using are as like they are as alive as I am sometimes.
Yeah,
Because
that's
just,
what I was
just
gonna
because
say.
how amazing they are. Like I feel like this camera is so fucking tactile and like the shit it can do is so amazing.
That's
I
the
feel like
thing.
it has its own energy and it's like it's breathing, bro.
That's the thing. Like, you can, I can say that a machine is as human as me, but I am as machine as a machine.
Exactly.
So it's again, you like I don't think I'm at the intellectual level right now to even come to a conclusion about this, because, like, I mean, here's what I'm saying.
There's no
I
intellectual
might-
conclusion, it's all perception.
I know that's the thing, right? Like in 10 years, I can be like, I can feel that I'm smart enough to answer this and believe in it.
Yeah.
And what I would end up saying would probably be it depends, but at least I believe in it.
Yeah.
Me saying it depends right now, I don't completely believe in it because I haven't researched enough or like just felt it enough. I haven't. I just don't have enough knowledge about it.
Yeah.
And this is what Naval also said, like, enough advice totals up to zero.
Yeah.
And it's
I
not,
love that.
and me, I just realized that's not always a bad thing. Because sometimes it's important to go through all of that just to realize that you were right all along. But now you know why you were right all along.
Yeah.
And you have a story to tell.
Yeah. What I feel like is, with this context at least, is that it feels though as if I can say that, oh, machines are not living and I won't be wrong. But instead of saying that, I would rather say that I like to believe that, oh, these like machines, they don't have fucking their souls or whatever, like whatever. You can't define them in human ways, but I feel like that thing is as alive as it could be.
Yeah.
Just because it can do such amazing things.
I get it, it's a feeling.
Yeah, it's a feeling like, bro, I feel like trains are alive. Like they don't have a fucking
Yeah.
brain or like a heart.
Yeah,
But
but-
it just feels alive.
I know.
And I feel like you feel. I mean, I feel like that you understand that feeling too. Like, bro,
Yeah,
when
obviously.
you're inside a train, you just feel like there's like this energy. You feel like, holy shit.
I feel like
There's this
I'm in,
fucking beast.
I feel like I'm inside Thomas.
Thomas, fuck off, man.
Yeah, the train.
Thomas, the train engine.
Yeah, and he's just smiling in the front.
Yeah.
And it's like orgasmic.
Okay, nah. You don't feel what I feel.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not living,
Yeah.
but it feels as if it's like a beast.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. I think about that Frank Ocean line from the magazine. It's like
Yeah, I know.
he was inside that car, and it's like he feels as if that or dashboard was like a throat of something.
Yeah, he was inside a. Let me have my moment. So basically, he was tripping on some drugs.
Yeah.
He got high off of LSD or something, and his
Like, I think he said shrooms.
yeah, shrooms. My bad.
Is shrooms LSD?
No, it's different. And then his manager had to pick him up, and he was sitting in her truck.
I think you mentioned the model.
Porsche, the Porsche truck, and it's so weird. Like they call SUVs trucks in the US.
Really?
Yeah, they do, because they're for them a big car is like a pickup truck, so they just put it in the same category. But anyways, he felt like the center console of it was breathing,
Yeah.
and I don't know, just that's so. Just him adding that in there gives that entire page so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me feel like the page is breathing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean by like machines are breathing or what, like they're alive.
Yeah, I get it. I feel like the camera itself has no value on its own, But the only reason I get the
Nothing has
feeling,
value on its own.
the only reason I get that feeling that is human is because I'm clicking it.
Yeah.
Like when a good picture comes out of it, that's why I feel like it's human, not because it clicked the shutter on its own. Same with the train.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel shit if I wasn't in the train.
Exactly. It's all perception.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like someone made that shit.
It's
and,
like
it
machines-
exists
Yeah.
just so that it can translate your ideas.
Machines-
So it's you know how it is. Like, do you feel like your phone is an extension of you?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you think it's a
sometimes.
part of your body though?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. And it's like, the machine feels human only because of me.
Yeah, because you're the human.
And I feel machine only because I know that there is such a thing as a machine. I feel like a machine, and I can say that because I know that machines work endlessly and tirelessly and all of that, right?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that when you say, "Oh, I've been working like a machine," and you say it in a way like, "Oh, it's making you so tired," it's so ironic because machines don't get
work.
tired.
Yeah. And machines don't work without human beings. Human
Exactly.
beings get tired.
Exactly.
So machines don't work forever because you have human beings behind them.
Yeah. And
And you
but-
might say that, oh yeah, but some machines work forever. Motherfucker, no, they don't.
Yeah, and see, you could again like, what is a machine? A human is a machine,
Yeah.
but like it's not.
Yeah, then it gets too nuanced.
We're just going in loops.
Yeah.
This is what I've said every single time, and I'll keep saying it whenever it gets brought up. Life is one huge vicious circle, and the end of every discussion is a loop.
Yeah.
Like we go far deep enough into whys, it'll be a loop.
It'll be, yeah, it always, bro, that's so real. Yeah, everything always ends up in a loop. It's like,
And this is also a loop because every discussion that reminds me of that, I end up saying everything is a loop.
yeah, and then you keep saying, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
so-
even this is a loop.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
even that saying this,
That's
that
a fucking
saying
loop.
that this is saying a loop is also a loop.
That's a loop.
And this is also a loop.
That is one of my favorite lines from Siegfried. It's like the other side of a loop is a loop. It's so
Yeah.
dumb, but it's so true. Like it's like, imagine like a kid talking to his father, and it's like, "Dad, what's the other side of a loop?" And it's
Also a
like
loop.
a loop. It reminds me of like the postcard that I got, and it's like, "What do you want to do when you get older? What do you want to be when you get older?" And he's like, "Older." I love that so much. That's why I love the whole
This is
idea
my-
of loops.
my life.
I love loops. Everything is a loop. Like this watch is a loop. Like it starts where it ends.
You know.
And the thing is, I can just completely break that by opening it.
Do you know what the time loop theory is?
But here's the thing. Now this is just a watch. It's no longer a watch I'm wearing, but it's also a loop because this is a loop. And when I'm
I
wearing
get it.
it's a loop
I get
inside
it.
a loop.
I get
and
it.
guess what? Guess what? There's like 1,300 more loops inside because there's gears inside.
Right.
And there's a battery inside.
No way. Really?
And when this is a loop,
No, don't do that.
nah, bro, do you not know
yeah,
how
yeah, I
watch-
know. I
Dumbass.
didn't figure that out.
We're not taking that out. We're keeping that in. And see, like this is a loop. Everything is a loop.
I don't think you meant it that way, but sure.
Everything is a loop.
Sure.
Everything is a loop.
Okay.
Everything is a loop.
I get it.
See, this is a loop.
Yeah, I know.
This is a
Stop,
loop.
stop it.
But this
Enough.
is so, bro. This
Enough.
is no. This is such a smart ass invention, though. Like you wanna take it out, you just do
You just
this.
do that.
And I was so fascinated by
Yeah,
this
the
as a kid,
keychain.
where it's like, you take it and you're like, oh, this is not gonna work,
What-
and it just.
What are we talking about?
What?
What is this? What is this?
I don't fuck.
What is it
fuck.
called?
I don't know.
So it's a keychain. It's a key ring.
See, fuck the audience. I don't care.
No,
That's the
but I
thing.
care.
Whatever.
Sorry, Abhay, you're talking about a key ring. Or whatever.
I like
Whoever
how
was
you just
listening.
immediately assume that Abhay could be the one listening to this.
Yeah, because he has the time to listen to it, right?
I don't think he does.
he doesn't, but you know, he would care enough to listen.
Yeah, this is what I like because I don't think Abhay will listen to this in 1,000 years. But one day he'll be like, let me go back and listen to this.
Yeah,
and he'll see
he'll listen to
this.
it.
And he'll be like, I
Oh,
wish
I listened to
wish-
it back then.
Exactly.
Because you talked about me.
Exactly.
And like,
That's
honestly,
all
you
I
guys
want.
talked about me too, or maybe you didn't.
That's
I don't
all-
know.
I
I'll
did
find
talk
out.
about you.
I know. You always do.
Yeah, but
Bro,
it's like,
you're gonna fall off.
I am not.
Just get up.
Anyways,
Calm down, calm
I was
down.
gonna say something,
Yeah.
but Yeah, so I won't say what context I wrote this in,
Yeah.
but
Why do you have so many cards, bro? Is it a Pokemon card?
fuck that, bro, please. You know, there's a guy in our class called Chirayu,
Yeah.
and he is so restless.
Hmm.
He hates theory classes,
Yeah.
and he just wants to draw. So he's just like he's sitting at the front bench, not the front bench. There's only one table.
Yeah.
And he's sitting at the teacher's table, and
Yeah.
sir is like giving us theory, and he's just playing with everything, and sir is just taking it away and throwing it away.
What do you mean?
He's such an ADHD kid. He can't focus.
What? What do you mean he's playing?
Like he's just like drawing shit. He's not paying attention to what sir's saying. He's just like he just wants some stimulation.
Yeah. Yo, do you have pictures of yourself?
Yeah. That's how self-obsessed I am. Like I wish the song fucking All Falls Down,
Yeah.
all the lyrics of it would be replaced with she's so what's the word?
Conscious.
No. I want it to be replaced with what did I just say?
The lyrics for All Falls Down.
No. What did I say about me having photos in my this thing?
I'm so self-obsessed.
Yeah. The lyrics should be she's so self-obsessed.
It doesn't work.
She has all the idea what she's doing in college.
What is this?
That's what we sent to Abhik.
Oh, nice.
It's a receipt for that. I don't even know that was in there.
What is this?
But they take a sticker from here and they put it on the
Oh,
package.
DLD is a lot more.
Expensive. We
Oh.
should have because bro, we should have done it with Blue Dart or something. Or like Post. But it's okay, we learn and we live. Yeah, anyways, fuck
Yeah, get
just
to
get
it.
this out the way.
Out the way. In the way, bro.
How will you understand that or when will you understand, and it's rhetorical, bro, keep that shit away, you're being so ADHD right now.
Okay. Wow, don't say that.
Yeah,
That is offensive to someone who has ADHD.
fuck you if you have ADHD.
Bro! He doesn't mean that.
Come mess with me.
He doesn't mean
I'll
that.
show you.
He doesn't mean that.
I'll show you ADHD.
He doesn't mean that.
I hate you if you have. Okay.
You know? You don't mean that.
I do though.
No, shut up.
Understand when and how with this is rhetorical, but will you understand that the depth of some feelings can only be realized in retrospect?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. That's it.
And will you only ever realize the truth of your emotions once you are detached from them?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I wanted to write about that.
Yeah. What did you?
I was gonna write about that the same day you sent that photo,
Okay.
and for me it was like, I'm sure there's a different context in what you wrote that from.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
But
what
I
was
think also
yours?
we also know what the context is for both of our cases.
Okay. We'll talk about yours without actually talking about it.
No,
Because
I
I
just
don't.
said,
I don't know. I don't know what's yours.
for me it's like what you said about the depth of emotion.
Yeah.
You realize that after the emotion has passed.
Yeah.
And for me it's always like what I reconnected it to for the first time I read it is like,
Yeah.
oh, when I'm having a reunion with someone
Yeah.
that I haven't met in a long time,
Yeah.
when you look at them,
Yeah.
just all the emotions fucking flow back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, sometimes you just forget everything you did or you had after it's ended.
Yeah.
Or when you get reminded of it in different ways.
Yeah.
Where it's like, sometimes you look at a photo that you took a long time ago,
Yeah.
which held a lot of emotional memory to it, right?
Yeah.
And maybe you've seen that before, but sometimes it just hits.
What? It's 10? My bad, sir.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 10.
Wow.
Been recording for 2 hours, yeah.
Sometimes it hits in a very different way, where it's like, holy shit. There's no way that actually happened, and there was so much feeling attached to that, and you didn't realize that unless it's ended. Or there's a different interpretation too, where it's like, sometimes there's so much shit going on at one point that you go through it,
Yeah.
but you don't completely feel it
Yeah.
unless after it's ended, where it's like you finally get a break
Yeah.
to think about it,
Yeah.
or to like write it down or talk about it, and then you just start crying
Yeah. Yeah.
when you realize like, holy shit,
Yeah.
that happened,
Yeah.
and that happened,
Yeah.
and I went through all of that
Yeah.
in the same time span, and you didn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
And then I think this is what happens when like people cry randomly and they don't realize why. It's because they haven't processed their emotions completely.
Pent up emotions.
It's that like what is that like fucking clearing your inbox, you know?
Yeah.
When you don't clear your inbox for a long time, it overflows and your fucking tears start to overflow.
Yeah.
And I think that happens a lot when I'm meditating or just thinking about something.
Yeah.
It happened to me a few years ago when I just this one random night, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it was a few years ago, but whatever.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
One random night, I decided to like play back my entire life chronologically.
Yeah.
Right? Everything that happened to me.
Like in your imagination?
Yeah, in my imagination, obviously.
Okay,
I didn't have videos or whatever.
Yeah.
But that night I did that, and I was crying the entire time
Yeah.
because I didn't realize how much I had forgotten.
Yeah.
It didn't take me no photo or video,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize how much I had filled up my inbox with.
Yeah.
And ever since that day, I changed in ways that I could not have imagined. Like
Yeah.
that. So for a long time, okay. So we used to have an old house, like a bungalow, right? And they broke down the bungalow
Yeah.
to make space for a new place where the people in my hometown live right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But when they broke down the bungalow, my mom came to show me the video. Like, look, they're breaking down the bungalow. I'm like, whatever. But that night, I'm like, fuck, they broke down the bungalow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. When she came to me with the video, I'm like, oh wow, that's cool, man. There's no way they're breaking that shit down.
Yeah.
I was took that for granted, but that night, I'm like, bro, no way.
Yeah.
That place is so many years of my childhood,
Yeah.
and I will never be able to visit that.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the depth of that in 5th grade. But I realized that in fucking 11th grade is like, yeah, I will never be able to go back to the bungalow that I lived in
Yeah. Yeah.
for the fucking first 10 years of my life.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, in my context, it was completely different, but it makes a lot of sense now that you widened my perspective. But and see, like I have a couple ways of like explaining it. So first of all, you just grow up, right?
Yeah.
Like the moment in which you are feeling your emotion, you are completely different in a lot of ways from the moment when you realize them.
Yeah.
And there's always a gap between that. You know, you don't realize your emotions when you're feeling them because then you're not feeling your emotions, and you're also not realizing them. So you're like you kind of just
You feel them, but you don't realize.
you're just doing nothing. Yeah. And the other thing is just processing, and it's just like I just kind of put it in a semi-poetic way where it hits you just a little bit deeper, which is basically all poetry. Is that you just write mundane things in a
Poetic way.
In a different way. And what poetic means is just like, oh, in a way you haven't thought about before, but a way that a perspective, a perception that invokes more emotions or more new emotions or the same emotions with a different light, whatever. So it's just that you grow up and you realize that what I felt wasn't what I thought it was. And like when you're in a moment, you might be enjoying it, and that's what it is in that moment. Nothing can take away from the truth of that emotion. Just as the same as you can't predict an emotion, or you can't, there's nothing calculative about emotions. It's you can't understand it. I mean, you can't calculate it. You can't put it in an equation. It's just an emotion. And so in that moment, that's what it is, and nothing can take it away from that other than a different emotion showing up. And what happens is when you grow up, or when that moment passes away, and growing up could literally mean a few hours later, okay?
Yeah.
Is when you play that back in your memory, which is your most reliable way of going back to an emotion.
Yeah.
And what happens is the things that happen to you between feeling that emotion and you playing back the memory is what influences your new perception of that memory.
Yeah.
And so, like, in a completely hypothetical situation, let's say that I broke up with someone, and 5 years later I realized that was the wrong thing to do. The thing is, it wasn't. It was the best thing you could have done in that moment, because it took you where you are now.
Yeah.
it's just that everything that happened to you in those 5 years, you realize that because of the way these events have affected me, I now have a new perspective
Yeah.
on something I did in the past.
Yeah.
And that is also not wrong, because when you are realizing your emotions is a point that will one day become a memory. So it's like every present moment is at the same time an undetermined future, but
because-
also a recorded memory.
Yeah.
So like me hanging out, let's say I just come back home
I
from a
think-
long hangout with my friends.
Wait. So for me, what I understood is like, and I understood what you're feeling, right?
Yeah.
But what I get is every time you play back an emotion,
Yeah,
it's like, okay, you have a video,
yeah,
you play it on the screen.
yeah,
The screen is everything that happened in the middle.
yeah,
So it depends on your screen how you're viewing the video as.
yeah,
And sometimes you re-record the video on the screen itself.
yeah,
So sometimes your perception of that emotion is based on your playback.
yeah,
And so it gets distorted a bit.
yeah.
And sometimes it might get too distorted. Or
Yeah.
sometimes it might get so distorted that you don't realize what you're feeling anymore.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh, but in, so like, okay, think about this. Okay, let me give you an example. And I know you understand this, but I just want to give it to make it clear for me too. It's like, let's say you do something and in 6 months you realize that, oh, that was the best thing I could have done,
Hmm.
right? But in a few years you realize that, oh, I was wrong, that was not a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing is, if I didn't realize that it was the best thing I could have done, in a few years I might have had the same kind of, I might have had the same realization, but I wouldn't call myself wrong.
Yeah.
Because I never had the realization that it was good for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe the opposite could have happened, where it's like, oh man, I can't believe that happened to me.
Yeah.
But in a few years you're like, oh my god, I'm glad that happened to me.
Exactly.
And what I realized to that is, I think it was in a Mark, I think it was, yeah, what was that guy named? Mark Manson book, is like, sometimes the smallest fight, the smallest inconveniences become the biggest fight when you hate the person.
Yeah, yeah.
And the smallest gestures of love become the biggest showcase of it
Yeah.
when you love the person.
Yeah.
And-
Definitely.
And when you're having a fight, that just becomes something that you never did.
Yeah.
And it's as if you never loved them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes it's the opposite, like you know what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
depending on how you perceive it,
Yeah.
something in the past completely changes.
Yeah.
So not getting invited to a birthday party can go from, oh, she just forgot about it, to that fucking bitch just never cared about me.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. See, it's all reference points, and I mean, let me get to that later. But it's like, imagine I come home from a really long hangout,
Yeah.
and I'm speaking to all the people who like need alone time, which is I'm one of them. Not everyone does, but like a lot of people do. And what happens is, during this whole time that you're with these people, you don't get a second to think to yourself. You might get moments, but
Yeah.
like that's different. And when you come back, you're just, I mean, what happens with me is I just lay in my bed and I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, this happened, and this is what I feel about it.
You
And
play
it's like,
back.
it doesn't happen so verbally. It's like, I don't speak to myself like this happened, that happened. It just,
Yes, it's not a fucking.
it just plays back.
Yeah.
It just plays back in my mind. And when I'm doing that is when
Sorry.
all the emotions for what happened in that moment actually come.
Yeah.
And it's that's probably because whatever I felt I couldn't show in that moment, right? So it's like, if I felt like something so horrible happened to me in that hangout, but I couldn't cry, I would cry that night for it.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
it's just like your natural instinct to like
Yeah.
release your inbox, and you crying is a literal physical release that your body like just knows to give you. And it's crazy how in tune your body is with your emotions. You just don't know it, because every emotion you can feel physically.
Bro, that's crazy,
You
right?
just don't notice it. Like that's
I think a lot of times people notice it when it gets too intense. And it's like they fucking start shaking.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, what is happening to me? I'm like,
that's
it's always happening to you.
yeah. You just
Sometimes you just don't realize it.
And bro, that's what.
Like,
I-
bro, why do you think you literally feel cold when someone rejects you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Why do you
I
get
think-
goosebumps?
Yeah. Like, why do you think it feels like someone took your heart and crushed it into a million pieces.
Yeah.
Because that's how it actually feels like
Yeah.
when someone rejects you or some shit. And it's
Yeah.
like, I think Andrew Huberman said is like, or I don't know, someone said this, but it was from like a valid source, is that it's because that's how it would actually feel. So when I say, I'm quoting, paraphrasing, when I say it felt like I had an ice pick drive through my heart and my first girlfriend cheated on me, that's how it actually felt, because that's how emotions work.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, bro, if it wasn't for, and yeah, I'll get to that. I'm getting to the reference points thing now. It's like if it wasn't for all the anxiety, the overwhelming anxiety I felt physically in like 2020, 2021, even 2022, I would have never had this discussion with you right now.
Yeah.
And I would have never been like, oh, you feel all your physical emotions physically. That's because your hands shake, and that's why I talk so much in my poetry or whatever I write about that feeling in my chest. Because I don't know if other people have felt it, but like that's where I feel it the most. That's where I feel the anxiety, the
like that's why it's said a weight off your shoulders and a weight off your chest.
That's
because
why,
that's how it is.
Yeah, and coming to semantics, like that's literally why people say you have a different perception now, because this is perception. This is like, oh, I have a new vision. This is vision.
Yeah.
Vision means your eyes, and people
like even this conversation, you're gonna go home and be like,
yeah, damn.
maybe play back and be like, damn, we talked about this.
Yeah, like,
and the thing that's what I love about videos is that sometimes your memory isn't reliant enough.
Yeah.
Like it is reliable to come back to the emotion, but you just don't have like. So it's like having a continuous video.
Yeah.
Of fucking 18 years long. That video serves as a marker in time.
Yeah.
Of the important part that you recorded, and so when you go back to that video, you're like, all the emotions come back to you.
Yeah.
Which have nothing to do with the video at all, right? The video is just a fucking video.
Yeah.
But your emotions just release, and it's like,
yeah.
It's that's why videos are so wonderful. That's why I love documentation so much, because that's basically marking in time all my emotions. It's like
documents.
It's like
document static.
It's like having a document statically present.
Yeah. That's
Just a bunch of emotions for you in a box.
Yeah, and you know how.
And like a fucking square box, I can just show you like, oh damn, I went through that.
Yeah.
And that's how writing and all kinds of art works.
And we're talking about static documentation in a static document.
Documentation, yeah.
Everything is a loop. I'm telling you. This is the equivalent of Arnav seeing 69 everywhere to me.
Shut up, man.
Literally, this is it. And yeah, like see, I could be playing back my entire day right now, and if I do that, I'll say that I was so annoyed that you were late in the morning. But what I usually think of,
I'm sorry for being late in the morning.
It's fine. But what I naturally think of is that if he wasn't late, then maybe I wouldn't be talking about all the things we talked about right now.
Yeah.
Because every tiny event after that would have been completely different.
Yeah.
And right now we probably won't be here. We could have died today just because if you came early.
Yeah.
Right. And I even like I wasn't even mad. I was just mad for like 5 minutes until we started talking on the scooter. But it's like when we were coming back and you were like, you had a fight with a girlfriend, I'm like, oh, I don't feel mad about it anymore. It's good because my best friend just had a fucking amazing thing happen with his girlfriend. I don't have to be mad about that.
Yeah.
And that is why I feel like I have such a great ability to not mark down an emotion the moment I feel it.
Bro, that's what I mean. Like a lot of people just decide on their emotion the moment they fucking feel it.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, and just keep it floating up and just maybe realize it later.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how you might feel about it later.
Yeah, and now
you never know.
And now I can finally like push it down into the ground like a pillow. Like, okay, that's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And you know the funny thing is you can always pick it back up. So like 10 years later, I'd probably be like,
fucking is always late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. You can always have an emotion up in the air.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's being ADHD ass now?
No, I was just checking. I told my sister to text me because she called me, but she didn't text, so whatever. What kind of pasta is she having? Ew.
What is that?
I don't know, some white ass pasta. White people pasta.
What's that? Oh, Anushka. How do you pronounce her name?
Anushka.
What an annoying name to pronounce.
Annoying ska.
I think she probably hates me. Why do you think so? It's because
It's because you said that you hated her.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't actually hate her. I think it's because I keep saying things for her to hate me. And maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy where it's like where I keep saying she probably hates me. And so I just do things for her to hate me. And in the end she's gonna hate me because I just did things because I always thought she hated me.
Yeah, I think now okay, wait, I shouldn't say this now.
Why? You say it.
No, because it'll no, just leave it.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm just gonna say everyone hates you.
no.
But I said yes.
I feel like if I had more storage, I would record for 3 hours, but then I would have to edit
Edit?
3 hours footage.
Come on.
Fuck, I'm so sorry.
Did you fall down? Are you okay? Man, fuck, are you okay? Shit! No way! What the hell happened, man? Are you okay?
Hey, shut up. Your family will be like, what's going on?
What's going
See, I told you.
What's going on?
Kain hai, auntie? Dumbass. Oh yeah. I
Man, you're
think
bleeding.
I've been reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin,
No.
and it is literally changing the way I look at life. And trust me when I say this, I have read a total of 4 pages. And out of these 2 pages are just the foreword, where he's not even started talking about what the book is about. So like after the index page where everything starts, the 2 pages after that, and I am shocked. I haven't told anyone about this. I was reading this in the coffee jar, the cafe, and I was sipping coffee. It was morning after my class, and I just started crying. I started crying in the coffee shop.
Crying?
I started crying. I was looking around me and I was just crying.
No, that's crazy.
And
Send me the PDF.
No. I'm telling you, don't read this. I'll tell you why. You're not ready.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding.
Are you ready?
I will. No. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. But like, I'm advising you not to read it until you feel like you want to.
Okay.
So like, just you know what? I'll tell you when I think you should read it. But you don't have to listen to me.
You don't decide what I
That's
can
what I'm
do.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just a friendly suggestion. But like,
Yeah.
like bro, like, okay. So when I went to, I always forget his name, Anand Solanki, to ask him if he has the book. He's like, yeah, but it's only in hardcover and it's 1,300. I'm like, damn, I don't have that kind of money. I thought it'd be like 400 in paperback.
Yeah.
And he's like, but look, it's on paperback on Amazon for like 500. He's like, oh, that's just a bootleg. It's not real. Okay, fine. So I'm like, let me just go back because I really want this. I just downloaded the EPUB and I sent it to my phone so I could read it on Apple Books.
Yeah.
And
Apple
I
Books
didn't.
looks cool.
I didn't read it for like 2 weeks. And one day I was like, I have this book. Let me just read it. I want to. If I just because I can't afford that one. I went through so much trouble for getting the EPUB. Let me just read it.
You went to it took you time to get it?
Yeah. No. It took you like.
Yeah, it took you more effort.
Yeah, it took me effort instead of just buying it, right? But the funny thing is, it's actually more effort to buy it. But like whatever.
Yeah.
Because you have to make the money for it. But it's like, okay, you found a loophole. You were so smart. Read it now. What the hell are you doing? And then I got to reading it, and then I was like, oh fuck, damn, this is beautiful. And I like, this is like, I just know this is one of those evergreen things, where it's just gonna be like wide perspective.
Is it as beautiful as the Nawar podcast?
No,
You think the Nawar podcast is beautiful?
it's beautiful, but this doesn't compare.
Okay. Like, fair enough.
Bro, like I think it's only after you finish watching a what podcast that you realize that
What podcast?
any podcast
Yeah.
that you realize that like not in a bad way, but it's like, oh, there wasn't as much information in it, and that's because you didn't really listen intently, one thing, and that's because it's like watching a movie for the first time. You just like it for what it is, but the second time you're like, oh, now
Yeah.
you know why you love it.
Yeah.
And it's like listening to the song over and over again.
And that's
So it's
that's like rereading the book after 6 months.
exactly,
And that's
what's
not, bro. The thing is, that doesn't just work for self-help book or whatever that entire spectrum of books is called.
Yeah.
That works for every fucking book you've ever read in
Yeah,
your life. Or it's
obviously.
like, even for the like Diary of a Wimpy readers.
Yeah, but
read that shit again and you like start crying because it's like
yeah,
you realize
that's
the
just
lyrics.
Because, yeah, that's just because of memory. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's literally that the first listen, you like how it sounds, but on second listen, you finally understand what he's talking about.
Not even the second listen. Like it might take fucking 10 listens for you to realize.
Like
It
the
might take
first-
you like 5 years to realize like, oh, that's what he meant.
that was like the first listen. You like wait, let me think of a song. The first listen you listen to Sweet, and I think I thought you wanted to dance, and you're dancing to it, and on second listen you're crying.
Sweet.
Oh my god. Okay, Sweet is pretty sweet, but like I thought you wanted
Wait,
to
which
dance.
one?
Sweet, I thought you wanted to dance.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and the second part is just depressing as hell.
yeah.
But you're dancing to
Yeah,
it.
you're dancing to it.
And it's also Igor, like you're going.
Wait. Ego for me was completely different because you just told me the meaning from the start.
Yeah, that.
But for most people, it's gonna be
No,
like,
but
oh,
it's like-
you make my earthquake.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, you make my earthquake.
Yeah, literally. It was like you're going buck wild, you're wilding out on New Magic Wand, and then you realize, fuck, he's talking about
Pretty
killing someone.
sweet.
He's talking about killing someone.
Yeah. You watch go on and man. I wonder what that means in like the context of
also-
Vamp Anthem. I don't think it does.
And then you're like, oh shit, wait, his brother died. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, no way. Gangster. I've been thinking about suicide.
Just go back to.
I've been thinking
Bro,
about suicide.
Corso also. Corso.
Yeah. He even said like, I can't believe I'm talking about crying shit and people are just dancing to it.
Yeah. But some songs are just like straight up like fucking die for you. And
Yeah, like I would die. And there's like, what's that fucking?
Yeah, right.
I don't know, bro.
A lot of Joshi
That was like Control
Control.
from Whole Lotta Red. The song called Control.
Oh right, yeah. I haven't listened to it, but I don't know.
Bro, it's just man. Even
Yeah,
the last one.
But like some songs are
I feel like that.
are like a little bit less on the dancey style, but they're still vibey. Like Long
Yeah.
Time intro. Have you heard that?
No.
Long Time by Playboy Carti.
No.
Oh my god, you have to listen to it. It's beautiful.
I feel like even Pink and White is pretty like it's a really good listen.
Yeah.
But you don't realize that he's talking about his friend dying in the
Yeah,
song.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know that.
And Ivy is pretty clearly like about something very emotional.
See, yeah, not every song has to be like redirected,
Yeah.
redirective, whatever, reframed. I don't even know.
Not every song has music that is different than lyrics. But still, I feel like Blonde has an entire like. A lot of people listen to the songs just because they sound good. This is what I don't. Which is what I don't like get about. So, I know a lot of people that listen to Frank Ocean,
Yeah.
and I thought that was like very rare before. I was like, oh my god, you listen to this artist? But I'm like, bro, everyone listens to this guy. Whatever.
But no one listens to
Yeah,
it.
no one listens to it. Or maybe no one listens to it the way that we interpret it. And maybe we are just fucking wrong.
No. There's a huge difference between listening and listening intently.
Yeah.
I wish there were. I'm sure there are better words for it, but it's like, it's more about emphasis. Like, yeah, I listened to this album, but I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, not yet. Like, yeah, I have listened to The College Dropout, but I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, okay.
Only song I
it's-
listened to is
it's
like The Last Call.
It's heard and listen. Like I've heard My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but I actually haven't listened to it.
Yeah, makes sense. It's the same for me for so many albums.
Yeah.
At the same time, yeah, like I have heard The College Dropout, and now I'm like getting to know the story behind it.
Yeah.
But I still haven't listened to it.
Yeah.
Like I know that two songs like Last Call and All Falls Down.
Fuck. I just realized I'm meeting Sao on Tuesday.
That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways.
Is that you clearing your inbox randomly in the middle of the conversation?
No, she texted me and I'm like, oh, that just clicked. Because I
Yeah.
just read it, but I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Everything is a
Man.
loop.
I can't wait to
Everything is
meet
a
you.
loop.
Yeah.
I think I think if I ever make music, my producer tag will be me saying everything is a loop.
Everything is a loop.
And you know,
Gangsta greasy.
have you heard the JPEG Mafia album called
LP.
no, the one where
Veteran.
Veteran.
Yeah.
Have you heard it?
I know one song.
Do you remember that in that song a woman just says, "You think you know me"?
Yeah, you think yeah, that's his producer tag.
Yeah, something like that.
You think you know me?
Yeah, I'll just be
Everything is a loop. like there was like blonde.
Yeah,
like
blonde
that.
tags. I love those. Everything is a loop. I need to record
No,
that.
bro. Fuck, isn't there like in the blonded radio? There's like he says something like everything is a.
No.
Yeah, he does. Like there's like a bunch of notifications in the background, and he keeps saying shit.
It's from GTA 5.
Yeah, but that's blonded radio. Bro.
Go on YouTube later and search up GTA 5 blonded radio, blonded FM.
You mean this?
Yeah, that. But like, I don't listen to blonded radio. You won't find it like this. Oh, you know what? Just go on YouTube and search blonded radio interludes or like blonded radio moments. Or
Yeah, I
whatever.
mean it's here, but yeah.
Okay, anyways, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh man, I
which is-
forgot that. No, something over.
He is?
I
When?
forgot that he was, but now he's not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 hours 31 minutes, which is a total of 45 minutes longer than Ubix. So I'm ending this right now.
One more, say that again.
Even though we recorded for 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is 45 minutes longer than what I
Yeah.
recorded with Ubix. Even though we could talk for like 5 hours straight, this is it for now.
Like this is it?
Yeah,
Like this? Like right now?
yeah,
Like right now?
yeah.
Did you end it?
No, I didn't.
Are you gonna end it right now? I can't
No.
believe you're gonna end it. Can you don't end it? I think keep talking. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Parth's mom.
What? No way.
It's still recording.
Wait. Go back to the recording then. I mean, I guess it's okay if you end it then.
No. Just if you want to.
No, bro.
If you want to say something, you can say it.
No, listen. Okay.
Just say it.
Pause it.
No, say it.
Pause it.
Say it. Well, then say that after I've stopped recording.
I can't.
You have
that's,
to call.
That's the.
you
Just open the recording.
Call
and I'll do it.
Aishwarya. Not now. Later. Call Aishwarya.
Okay.
You haven't talked to her in a long time.
Yeah, I want to. Wait, just give me the phone. Trust me.
I'm not. So basically, Parth, what
don't
he
say
said
that.
right now
That's
was,
so cheesy.
Parth said, "Oh, I just want to say, let's just stop it," and then you stop it. Fuck you.
But I guess you can stop it.
No.
So you're just gonna keep recording.
See, this is my podcast. I'm not gonna let you tell what I want to do.
This is my.
Technically, everything belongs to the universe,
Shut up, bro.
and we are just vessels
You can do whatever you
that
want.
convey the
But
universe's message.
actually, that's just a perception you have. Everything is a loop.
Everything is a loop.
What are you doing?
Clearing out my photos.
What? You didn't delete those.
I sent them to you. Oh wait, I didn't. Okay, fine.
Bro.
Let me just get them back. Send you all of those,
Yeah.
and then delete them.
Yeah. Okay, I think you can stop.
Sorry.
I mean, I think you can stop now. Okay, don't stop. Ever. Like.
When it comes to be me.
Wait, look at this. Okay. Oh yeah, she heard the sound.
wait. Hold on.
Hey. Oh fuck, I don't have a charger. You're gonna die any moment. bro.
Fine. Forward it to me and I'll play it on my
No,
phone.
no. It's fine, bro. It's on 9%.
Not bad.
Okay, look. No. Look.
Oh my god, that song! Yo, there should be like more sounds coming from her. Dikshan.
No, she's so cute.
Mausami Buddy?
You don't know her full name?
What? That's her surname?
Yeah.
Her surname is Buddy?
Wait. Express your surprise here. Yeah, so you were saying?
Your surname is Buddy?
Yeah, it is.
What the hell? Also, don't press enter this time.
Yeah.
You're so okay. I'm gonna change your contact name to Mausami Buddy. Buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you think about the film?
I fucking loved it. I don't know if that's finished because I think there could have been more sounds. Like when she turns back into human, there could have been like a pop, and there could have been
I
like a
don't-
slurp sound effect when she turns into the
Yeah,
potato or whatever.
yeah. It's been 2 hours since not 2 hours, like more.
It's,
but
I'm just saying you.
she
could,
she didn't get a lot of time to do it's not final.
I know. I'm just. If it is, then like, it feels unfinished. So you could add more. That's how I would like it. But that doesn't matter. It's.
What do you mean, the audio or the animation?
The audio.
Yeah.
The animation is amazing. I think that's very finished. That doesn't look unfinished at all.
Yeah.
I just feel like the audio is unfinished. Fuck.
We always do this. Fucking. Okay, wait. Okay.
9%.